What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Machine Room. We're doing episode 5 already. So we've already been doing this over a month. So congrats to us for 1 month in the Machine Room, everybody. Welcome.
Hell
Get your
yeah.
passes ready. We got a guest host tonight. Rex McKinnis is back.
Hello. Yeah, I'm here, guys. What's up? Second time. Second Sunday. I'm hype. I'm hype. I'm so hype.
So hype.
I'm so happy to be here.
Well, welcome. We're happy to have you
Thank you.
again. Naz
Thank
is
you.
not here tonight. He is out of town at another convention. So
Mhm.
I'm sure he'll be watching or watching after, so everybody say hello to him whenever you can. But he'll be back next week. I'm sure we'll be doing this again. But again, welcome this Sunday. What is this, the 25th? We're almost done with August.
August, Jesus, it's
Fuck.
gone by so quick. Yeah, so quick.
I'm glad. I'm so
Yeah.
ready for fucking autumn to be here. I fucking hate
I am
summer.
too. Yo, I love fall. I'm ready for autumn, fall. I'm
Hmm.
so ready for it. Oh my gosh, you
I'm
can't.
ready
I
for
can't.
all of it. Like the cinnamon smell, the pumpkin shit, the cold
Yeah,
weather,
the layers.
the
I'm
layer.
so
I'm
here.
ready for fucking sweaters and boots and shitty football games.
Yo, I'm so here for it. Like, it's my favorite time of the year. It really is.
we
Like,
were
God.
we were saying before that Halloween, used to be one night. Everybody was hyped for that one night. So then it became
Mhm.
like Halloween week. Then like it
Yeah.
was like October was like Halloween month. Now I'm just like
Hmm.
all of fall is Halloween to me. So it's
Exactly.
Halloween
Exactly.
season.
I'm here for it. I think that I don't know what it is about that time of the like it just feels so natural to me like when I just step outside and it's like a little more cold like
Hmm.
maybe I sound like a psychopath but it's just something about that time where I'm like yes we're here.
I love
Like I just
I love
love it.
every fucking bit of it. I love the leaves falling, the cold, like the first night it gets cold, I leave my window open.
Same.
I love every go into Starbucks for their shitty coffee. I mean, just everything. I'm
Yeah.
so ready for. I'm ready for summer to be over. I
Yes.
mean, we have like what, maybe another month of it, but still, it's ramping down.
It's hot. I'm just tired of the hot. Like I'm done. I'm like fed up of it. Like, but it's weird because here, for everybody that doesn't know, I live in Northern Virginia. But for Northern Virginia, it's just our weather is indecisive. I don't know how it is out there by you, but it's just like 1 minute it's super hot, then the next minute it's kind of chill. Like our weather's stupid. Shout out global warming. That's a thing.
Well, New Mexico is like mostly desert unless you're up in the mountains where I'm at, but even the mountains like are hot now. I mean, hot for
Mm,
us is what people would, oh, that's cool, but like upper 80s, like 90s, that's hot for us. That's like a
yeah.
forest fire could start with like a duck fire. Like we're gonna die out here.
So I've heard.
And
So I've
I mean, it gets so dry, it's insanely crazy. So we really have to be careful in what we
heard.
do and what we're all the fire prevention kind of stuff. And that's the scary part. But then we have like this middle part of summer, what we call our monsoon season, and that's like the rainy season. So then we get the cooler weather, the rain and stuff, and so we really need it, especially to fight, to prevent forest fires. Shout out to Smokey the Bear,
Hmm. Shout out
and
Smokey. Yeah, shout out my homie
and
Smokey
make sure
all
that
day.
shit doesn't happen. But then, like right now, the rain is starting to go away, and so we're gonna get hot until fall comes.
Mm. Wow. See, that's crazy. Yeah, cause I think like, cause I hear people like some people that be complaining. Like, I know people like on the super West Coast, like California. They're just like, man, like, it's 70 degrees is cold for us. I'm like, yo, if you get the fuck out of here, like, what, like, bro, like, you don't understand these snowy ass days we be having. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, and once again, maybe I sound like a psychopath to some people on the West Coast, but like. I love having all four seasons. I don't like it just I don't like it being hot and during winter. Like I just don't. Like I love winter. Like I once again I sound crazy, but it's like I love me personally, I love fashion. So it's like I don't look like I love fashion, especially with how I look like right now. But like on the regular, it's just more so of the fact that I love kind of blending clothes, switching it up, kind of doing things like that. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't understand. I don't know. I just especially when Christmas come around, I love that time of year. I'm not a big Christmas person, but I just love that time of the year. It just feels natural to me. So yeah, I could really use the and it looks beautiful during fall in Virginia. Like art, the
Hmm.
leaves change colors, and it's just like, oh man, this is so crazy. So it's like I'm that type of person that loves all four seasons. That's me personally. So yeah.
I can't stand, and people might get mad at me here, but I don't like people that are like way too hype about summer. I'm just like, calm the fuck down. It's hot. Like half the planet is on fire, and like fish are being acidized. Like it's hot. Like get the fuck out of my
Facts.
face with that shit.
It's so crazy, so crazy. No, I feel you all the way. Like it's insane. It really is. Like it's weird because I was born in June, so you
Hmm.
would think that I would be a summer baby, but I'm not. Like I mean, I like summer, but it's just I like fall better. Like it's just I don't know. It's something about fall. Like everything that I just said previously kind of explains why I like fall
I'm
a lot
I'm so
better.
glad you
You know,
said that.
for real. Like, are you also a summer baby?
No, I fucking and I was born in November, so I'm an
Okay,
autumn baby all the way.
got
I'm
you,
even
got
really
you.
close to winter, so
Yeah, you are.
um a little bit of winter. I don't like that crazy Siberian bullshit winter. Like that can fuck itself, but like a
Oh
nice
man.
snow with like a fireplace and hot chocolate, like that's nice.
Hmm. I love that.
But like,
I
when
love
you get
that.
into that deep like January, February, like blizzards and shit, that can go fuck
Yeah.
itself.
Yeah. Fact. You know what's so funny is that like when I was a kid, I used to love it, but then being an adult, when you
Mm-mm.
actually got to go outside and
When you
shovel
gotta
that
drive
shit,
in it and like shovel it
yeah,
and like fall
I'm
down
like,
and bust your
like
ass.
fuck this shit, man. This is whack, bro. Like, but like I still kind of enjoy it because like even though I complain about it, I'm driving and I'm like, fuck this shit. But then a part of me is like, yeah, like this is cool, you know. So like, nah, I feel you all the way. Like, when it be, it's crazy because sometimes our weathermen tell us like, oh yeah, we're about to get like 6 to 10 inches, and I'm just sitting there like getting drunk off my ass. Like, well, I know what time it's about to be, but like, sometimes they lie, and I'm like, well, you son of a bitches. So like,
Motherfuckers.
yeah, it's like half and half. It's really half and half.
This
It
last
really
winter
is.
was so bad. I don't know what it's called. There's like this really bad wind, kind of like the Santa Anas in
Mm.
California, but we had these really bad windstorms that came from the south almost all winter. And one of the windstorms was so bad, the wind got up to like 100 miles an hour and was like blown over trees and shit. And I was like,
Whoa.
anytime the weather got like that, I was like, fuck all of this. I want to move like yesterday. This is ridiculous.
That happened like not too long ago here. It happened a couple months ago here where like literally the wind got so bad to the point where like cuz I have like a big ass tree in my backyard, so like the limb broke, and then like I used to let my dog out back, and I noticed that the top of our fence was cracked. So
Oh my
like the
God.
door on the fence, like I walked her down like in the back, like we went around like back. It's a bunch of woods in my backyard or whatever. But I went down there and I came back and I noticed my the door was like wide open, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like I thought somebody snuck in my house. So like I got a hammer and I ran through the whole house looking like, yo, I hope somebody in here. But low key it was more so of the
I wish a
fact that
motherfucker would within my
yeah, like
house.
I dead ass was like, yo, I wish somebody would be in this bitch. But
Hmm.
like I dead ass saw it, and it was like I forgot that it was windy as fuck. So the wind broke the top nail off the door, the hinges. So I had
Wow.
to put a whole new nail on that motherfucker just so it could stay. So yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. It was
Yeah,
definitely
all
crazy.
that can fuck off somewhere. That's
Yeah,
ridiculous. We don't need.
facts.
And then if there's snow on top of that, then you get all these like snow dunes and shit, and trying to
God.
shovel all that. That I don't like any kind of extremes, and that kind of winter and like this kind of summer are all extremes.
Mhm.
and
Yep.
they can all go fuck off somewhere.
Definitely. I ain't got time for all that. Like I just want to chill fall. I don't or chill like summer. I don't need no overly hot to the point where I got to keep the AC on and my AC bill like 300
Oh
fucking
my,
dollars.
that
Like
is so
it's no.
fucking true. It's so bad. And then, like in your car, I had to put in almost $400 to get my air conditioner fixed in my car because if you don't, you fucking die.
Ooh, hell yeah. Hell yeah, that's dead. It's crazy too, cause it's like some. You know what sucks too? My back window won't go the fuck up. So it's hot as
Ooh, that's
hell
the
and I'm
worst.
just struggling. You know what's even sadder is that I had to put a trash bag over that fucking thing now. So I'm struggling all around. Like it's like, yo,
You got
fuck
that
like
car. Yeah.
yeah, I got that car. I have that car. It's like goddamn, fuck that shit.
So
Hey, Daddy's in here.
I
What's up?
fucked up and bought a Mercedes this year. So,
Woo!
like,
Baby girl.
I got to try to
Mm,
keep up with it, but the parts for that thing are fucking
yeah.
ridiculous. An oil change costs $100. I'm like, this thing
For
is,
real?
yeah, it's bad.
Oh my god. a
But so like
hundred
little
dollars.
things like a little bitty part for the AC, $400, and then like my one of my windows quit rolling up, like the regulator went out, so uh like 200 or $300. It's
Jesus.
crazy.
Yeah,
But
let's give a man a headache.
yeah, so it was I can just hear people like grunting all over. Just ugh.
I'm low key grunting right now. What Mercedes is it? Yeah, what Mercedes is
I
it?
have a 2003 ML350. It's a
It's a
SUV.
2003 and it
Hmm.
costs that much? What the fuck?
Yep. I've got
I know you.
I had to find the
What?
parts on Amazon just because they're cheaper.
It's so crazy because the more older the car is, you gotta find these pieces in fucking West Bubblefuck over in Europe or some shit. Like it's like, yo, like why is this not here in America, dude? What the fuck?
I
That's
I
crazy.
took it to get an oil change at Walmart, and there's this little bitty cap. It's like this big, costs like $6, but it was part of the original car from the car came from Germany, and I was mad. I was like, even though it's a $6 part, my car was like whole. It was one thing, and now this thing's missing, and I'm gonna have to get an aftermarket part because somebody at Walmart's a piece of shit. And it was so
Wow.
stupid, but it made me so mad. It was like, everything was authentic, and I'm gonna have to get, something from Bubba Gump.
Yeah. That's some more bullshit. Like that don't make no damn sense. Like
No,
I got a 2011 Honda Civic, so it's like that should tell you where my head is at right
yeah,
now. But like this shit saves a lot of money. It
Honda's a
really
good car.
does. It really is. Like it literally. I've had the car since 2014, and it's like I've been finessing since then. Like I'm not gonna lie, my car kind of looks like a piece of shit right now. I could have took a lot better care of my car, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Like it's my starting. I'm starting. I'm not perfect, but in that same sense, it's just the car has helped me a lot, especially with gas. Like Jesus, I've saved a lot of money with gas. So shout out Honda. Shout out Honda.
My mom had a Honda for a long time until she crashed it, but it was a good car. Now
No.
she has a Toyota, so we definitely like
Shout
foreign
out.
cars.
Yeah, exactly, man. Shout out that. What's American? I know fucking what's American cars?
Like
Fucking
Ford and
uh
Dodge. Well, Ford's not
Ford.
even.
Yeah.
Ford's made in Mexico now. They're not even American. Yeah,
Really?
a lot of what used to be called American cars was like stuff from GM, and GM all moved down to Mexico. That's what fucked over Detroit
Wow.
so bad. So a lot of those companies
Yeah.
that, prided themselves on being American made are not even American made anymore. So most of the
Easy.
cars you're gonna get are gonna be imports.
And then you got a dumbass talking about building the wall. It's so crazy. Shout out that guy, jackass. But yeah, no, for real. It's just crazy. Like that's crazy to me. Literally, that is so crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like for the most of the part, like for what I got, I feel like I am saving a lot of money because I could be in a whole worse type
You
situation. You
can
know what I mean?
always be
Like
worse.
oh man, like I try to tell people I know very little about cars, but I do know that if you get an Audi or anything that's BMW, 9 times out of 10 you're gonna get fucked over. I know too many people that have had
Really?
BMWs. Yeah, I know
I've
so
never
many
heard
people that
that.
Dude, I know so many people that had BMWs and Audis and got fucked over. Like I had one friend that got an Audi, and we were headed. This was back when I was in high school, and we were heading to the football game,
Hmm.
and his tires just start smoking out of nowhere. Next thing you know, his car broke down within 5 months. I had a few
Wow.
friends that had BMWs that like were in shitty situations, and I'm like, dude, this is not good. Like, from what I've seen a couple of them. I don't know how they are now, but I will say that, like, from what I've seen, a lot of BMWs were not doing good around these times. So shout out that it may be different now, but from the experiences that I've had and seen,
Wow.
it weren't good. They weren't good. No, yeah, they were
I'd
not
never heard that. And I used to live out in California, and Danny's in here. He can, you know, agree to
good.
this, but there's a
Yeah, give
lot
us
of
some
those. There's a lot of those kind of cars out there.
What
Yeah.
does he say? I got a bum ass 2004 Infinity G35. That shit gave me nothing but problems. Should have just upgraded to a Camry. Honda is the way, the truth, the life. Amen.
There you go. Bars.
Facts. Facts. Yeah. He said BMW and Audis are expensive to fix. Yeah,
They
they are,
are.
because a lot of those things you got to get overseas. Yeah.
Just like my car.
Mm.
But at least with Mercedes, at least they're making them here now. Like they have plants in Georgia and stuff like that. So they're not like a full import anymore. Like you can get a Mercedes Benz that was made in America. And that's
Mm.
amazing to me. And those
Hell yeah.
things last forever. And the guy that I bought it from was from Germany. He was from the German Air Force. He was like, people in Germany get a car like this and they have it forever. And they go over 300,000 miles and it's like a family car and they pass it down. It's not
Oof.
something that people buy, like some piece of shit car now, and
Yeah.
then
Hell yeah.
you're having to replace it every 2 3 years because everything starts failing on it. It's like cars like that, you get something like that to last.
Yep.
And same thing with like
Facts.
Hondas and Toyotas. That's why my mom wanted the Toyota after she got her Honda, because it's another good car like that.
Hmm. It's good. You got to be very wise with the car you pick, especially because a lot of these motherfuckers be trying to get over on you. Because when I
Hmm.
got my car, they told me like you're not gonna have any problem with your cars. Soon as we got a car, soon as I got the car like literally in the driver's seat on the fucking on the floor. There's a goddamn there's a goddamn hole in the goddamn floor, and I'm just like, what the fuck? I thought I wasn't gonna like what the fuck is this? Like, I had minuscule problems with that car. Like, I could say for a fact that a lot of the problems that I had could have been a whole lot worse.
Right.
But it's still the fact of the matter that you're not being 100% honest with me. So it's just, don't trust these motherfuckers that literally sit
Hmm.
back and tell you that, oh yeah, these your car is not, especially these like private ass places. Be
Oh
careful
no, they will
if you're
fuck you
buying it.
over.
Oh, they will fuck you over
In
in a
like the
quick
worst
second.
interest rate you've ever seen.
Yes, like
That's I
luckily I got my a good interest rate because I was already through a financial institution.
that's
So
good.
shout out that. Yeah, shout out that. Shout out
Before I got my Mercedes, I had gone to a place, one of those car lots like that, to look at buying a Trailblazer,
that.
and it was like a ridiculous interest rate. I'd been paying on that car for like a decade,
Oh my
and
god.
it was like the next day the guy posted the ad for the Mercedes, so I jumped on it. I was like, nobody's gonna get this car but me. I went down there with
Mm.
cash, like bankrolled in the thing, like you see drug dealers. Like I had it in my purse. I was like,
Yeah.
nobody's getting this car but me. And so
Mm.
the guy texted me the next day and he's like, so are you gonna come down and get a car? I said, no, I found one. He goes, well, what did you find that was better than our Trailblazer? I said, a Mercedes Benz. Fuck you.
Motherfucker. Was yeah, fuck you. Yo, no facts. Like
I have a
it's
screenshot
so
of it because it was so I saved it. I was like, I'm gonna keep that forever.
see, that's what I'm talking about. You get those mofos that don't care about you. They just care about getting that sale.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
I have
It's terrible.
another bad story like that of buying from a person. When I
Mm.
used to live in Texas, and this guy had a van for sale, and I'm not above driving something like that. If it gets me to where I need to go, I'll drive it.
Hell
So
yeah.
they lived like an hour away. He was like, well, we'll come pick you up and then you can drive it. If you don't like it, we'll drive you back home. I was like, okay, great. And so he comes, picks me up, to go to his house, I should have thought it was weird that he came in a different car instead of the car he was trying to sell. That was the first
Hell
red
no.
flag. So then
Yeah,
we get
yeah.
there to his house, and the thing was a piece of shit. Like the inside was mostly missing. Like most of the panels and stuff were gone. It didn't have any carpet in it. Didn't have any seats in the back. The the gas gauge and the speedometer didn't work. Like all kinds of shit. I was like, I don't
Oh
want
my
this car.
God.
And
Yeah, hell yeah.
he goes, well, how are you gonna get home?
What? Oh hell no! I'm like, yo, bro, run my fade right now, bro. See my hands. That's crazy.
So
For
yeah,
real?
so I had to shit out the money and pay for this van that put me thousands of dollars in debt. Thousands. Trying to fix everything that was wrong with it. The motor, all kinds of internal problems, like every sensor known to man. I had it for maybe a year or two, and then the axle shattered.
Oh
Um,
my God.
luckily, what? Luckily, I wasn't driving it. I had just parked it. But they said if I had been driving it when it happened, I would have flipped
Hmm.
forward and
Oh shit.
like in a move like in the Matrix or something. Like the whole thing would have flipped forward.
What the fuck, dude? That's insane. That's not cool. That's beyond uncool. Like man, that just kind of pissed me off so much. Like I
But
don't even know where to go through with that.
here's what I did to get back at them. So in Texas, they do have toll roads,
Hmm.
right? So a lot of people, they have those little things they put on their windshield, and it just scans them automatically, and you just keep driving. Well, I kept his plates on the car, and I drove through all the toll roads without paying. So then they
Hmm.
mail you a ticket for every time you did
Oh.
that. So I don't know how many times they took toll roads without paying, and that piece of shit had to pay for it.
Oh yeah, fuck him. Oh fuck that guy, yo. It was a
Yeah, it
guy,
was a
right?
guy and his
Yo,
son.
fuck you and your son. Okay, that's how I feel. Cause that's some bullshit, bro. Don't pull no dumb shit like that ever in your life. Oh, we got a raid. Hey,
Oh shit,
Phantom
what's
Knight
up?
99. Hey, thank you for coming through. Thank you. We appreciate that here
Thank
at the
you.
Machine Room Podcast. This is beautiful Rachel. I'm Rex. Nas is not here, but we really appreciate the raid.
We
Thank you
love
so
it. Thank
much.
you. That's amazing.
Before anything, before I go back to that, I just want to real quick say, fuck that guy, man. That's some bullshit, man. Like anybody that's raid here, thank you. You guys are all beautiful, but be careful when you buy a car from a private dealer because
Mm-mm.
to be quite honest, not fuck him in it. That's what I'm talking about, Reaper. I love that. Fuck him and his kids.
Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Thank
Fuck
you.
his
Fuck
lineage,
them
man.
all.
Fuck them all.
And I hope you paid all them tickets.
I snorted.
You
I
did
haven't snorted in a
snort.
long time. I didn't expect him to say that. He said, fuck him and his kids. That's hilarious. 17 people. Oh
Oh
my
my
God. You
god.
guys are fucking amazing, man. Thank you for coming here to the machine room. This is amazing, man. This is amazing. Thank you. Thank you. That's oh man. That's so funny. Like, but no, for all jokes aside though, like you have to be careful when you get in those type of situations. Like I said, I'm very minuscule to the knowledge that I know of, buying a car, but it's just still the fact of the matter that people really don't care about you. They
They
don't
don't give a
care.
fuck.
They don't
They
give a
really don't.
fuck about you.
And
They
especially
just want
with
to check.
stuff like Craigslist. Like stay the fuck off of Craigslist. People like it
Oh
seems like 9 times out of 10 people are on there just to fuck you over.
my God, dude, you're so right. I've never been on Craigslist. I've been on Craigslist like once. But you know what kept me from Craigslist? The Craigslist killer.
Yep.
When they made a whole fucking like show about that, I was like, hell no. Like I'm good. I'm okay. Like I'm okay off that, dude. Like
Mm-mm.
that's not what I'm trying to do. So I've been on Craigslist like once or twice, and it was just after that I've seen that whole thing, that whole debacle come through. I was like, yeah, nah, I'm okay.
Back in the
I'm good.
day, like '06, '07, it was great. Like I found a roommate about a car, I sold a car, like all kinds of shit. And then it just got to be like the ghetto of the internet. It's so bad.
Yeah, you get a bunch of weirdos on there at that point in
Yeah, you
time.
do.
It's weird. It's weird. Fuck that.
There was a dominatrix that wanted to be my roommate. I was like, you can. This ain't that kind of house.
Hey, I'm just gonna do dominatrix things over here in the corner.
This
Yeah, I
is
hope
this
you don't
you ain't
mind.
fucking up my space like that.
I don't even want to hop in the shower anymore because I don't know what's going on. Like, I'm confused though. I'm like, hell no, hell no. I'm like, bro, have y'all seen Pulp Fiction? Like,
Yes,
oh man, we're like, do you remember that? I don't even want to go into details, but I know y'all remember that scene with the gimp. Like,
the
I'm just like,
gimp.
bro,
Yes.
hell to the nah, bro. Like, I'm good, bro. I'm gonna wash myself 6 times after this shit. Like, that's oh
That is the
man.
worst.
It really is, man. The machine room, guys, only where we have these conversations. We don't
We don't
care,
give a fuck.
guys.
We say whatever
We
we
don't give
want.
a fuck. Yeah, we don't. Come here, have fun, man. We don't judge. Come in here, have fun, man. Seriously, man. That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Speaking of bullshit, what do you think about this whole Sony splitting with Marvel Spider-Man shit?
Woo! Oh man. Mm. Can I take a quick shot real quick? Because I'm gonna go in real quick.
Go
Okay,
hard.
guys. Okay, hold on. I got some tequila. I'm almost done with this bottle. Let me take the shot real quick. I got a lime right here on the side. Good thing I'm not one of those people that get like super drunk and then be like like on live. Okay, 1 second.
That's good.
Aha! Okay. Mm. Okay. All right. So let's split this down and let's look at this in a professional level. I'm a big fan of Marvel. I'm glad that I grew up in a generation where I can sit back and be like, man, we have comic book movies. Because when we were younger, and I know you can agree with this, Danny, Rachel, when we were younger, we didn't have that. Like we
There
had
was some, but they were mostly
comic book, yeah,
ass.
we had comic book movies, but it was like to the dedication of what it is today, we didn't have that. Um, so with it, what I believe is that I saw the very first Spider-Man in movie theaters. 2000.
So did
Was it
I.
2000, 2001? Tobey Maguire.
2002,
I think
2001.
yeah, 2001, 2002.
Yeah. Took
And
my sister.
I don't think I didn't think the first Spider-Man. I didn't think the first Spider-Man was that bad. I
I
liked it.
loved it.
Yeah, I did too. But everything after that, it got kind of weird. Um, to me personally, is that I think a lot of people hold on to nostalgia because they first thing that they think is that Tobey Maguire was the best Spider-Man.
Hmm.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Tom Holland has it nailed down. Why? Because he's
Really?
actually yes, I do. So hear me out. He's not 30 fucking years old being a teenager. He's an actual young guy, even though Tom Holland's like 21, 22 at this point. But he's still he's the even Stan Lee said it himself. He's the right age requirement. He's the right height.
Hmm.
And he gives the role. He plays a good Peter Parker.
Yes.
I love the fact that Marvel focused on Peter Parker just as hard as they focused on Spider-Man. Because a lot of people always forget and they just say Spider-Man, Spider-Man, Spider-Man. Well, Spider-Man wouldn't be Spider-Man without Peter Parker. You know what I mean? So like in the comics, they got to a standpoint where Doc Ock became fucking Spider-Man, and that got weird.
Yeah, it did.
So it got weird. But to me, what I think is that those first two movies, I love those first two movies. I love
Hmm.
Homecoming. I love Far From Home. I thought they were really good. Um, and that they broke barriers because more so of the fact that it's like, fuck, we finally got Spider-Man in the MCU. And you wish that we can just have it just to have it, but unfortunately, business always comes into perspective.
Right.
My thing is that with Sony, and I don't want to fuck. If I do ever get into acting in the future, I hope I do not fuck up anything with Sony. But I want to be so honest. Um, Even though I love the first Spider-Man, and I do love the second Spider-Man with Doc Ock too, Danny, I agree. Those movies still were not that good. Let's be 100% honest with ourselves, bro. The ones with Andrew Garfield, they were not that good.
Hey now.
Um,
See,
I
I'm
mean,
I'm like
that's my opinion.
I'm the minority usually with that. I love Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. I thought he did the best one out of all of them because he was
Really?
more how I saw Spider-Man in my mind, especially
Mm,
back in the old days when he did have Venom and then they introduced Carnage and stuff like that. Like I thought he was picture perfect. His voice,
yeah.
everything. I thought he was amazing. And then for
Mm,
them to back out like they did was really let down because they had this huge
yeah.
line of movies ready that they were going to make with him, and we're never going to get those.
Exactly. No, I agree. I agree with what you're saying. Like, I think it was just more so the fact that like we finally got a Spider-Man. To me personally, I felt like we got a Spider-Man that was Spider-Man to me. Like
Yeah,
I said, that's just kind of my opinion, but it's like I felt like when we first got him in Civil War, mind you, this is none of the this has nothing to do with anything. When I saw Civil War in theaters, I was on Molly. That has nothing to do with anything, but I was amazed. I was like, "Oh shit, like this is actually he's here, man." Like and you can even see in interviews that Tom Holland was so happy to be in the MCU
yeah,
because he was so happy to build such a family um that was so tight and so knit, like even though I'm not there, I don't know really what's going on behind the scenes, but it felt that we had such a genuine Spider-Man in
hmm
this sense, you know what I mean? And it was just that more so the fact that Marvel is gonna make $1 billion
they
with or
have.
without Spider-Man. You know what I mean? Like
They've
they're
made,
gonna make
yeah,
yeah, no, yeah, definitely. Like they're gonna make $1 billion with or without Spider-Man. But it's just the fact of the matter that it's like he fits so perfectly because you think about the comic books. That's why everybody's stressing the fuck out. But from the knowledge and the information that I've gained, Disney asked for 30% deal. At first everyone said it was 50%, but from what I know, it was 30%.
I heard that
Uh
too.
and for what I know is that more so of the fact that everybody's going on it. You got a lot of people that's just siding with Disney because there's Disney fanboys,
Yeah,
and you got a lot of people that's siding with Sony. But me personally, I'm in the middle. I don't mean to make this so long winded, but it's just that more so of the fact that I've seen what Sony has done with Spider-Man. I loved the Spider-Verse movie. I thought it was amazing. That was an amazing movie. I thought the cartoon
hmm
that came out, I thought that movie was amazing. But I feel as if though, Sony got greedy, and I feel like Disney got greedy. Like it's both sides. More so of the fact that like it kind of sucks because as much as I love Disney, Disney has become such a monopoly in its own right of a business that
hugely like megalomaniacal in kind of ways. Like,
facts. No, what were you gonna say? Were you gonna go ahead?
like Scrooge McDuck kind of levels, like insane, like swimming in a pool full of fucking gold coins. Like they, as soon as they bought Star Wars, I was like, this is not gonna end well because
Mhm.
they're buying up all these properties left and right, and instead of them just letting them be as they are, letting them be, you know, Marvel, or letting them be, they own Fox now, letting them be Star, and everything is always Disney's, blah blah blah.
Mhm.
And that's what I don't like because everything has to be about them. It can't just be, okay, yeah, they own them, like Sony owns TriStar, but it can't just be TriStar. It's got to be Sony's place or TriStar. Now it's Disney's Marvel's universe, blah 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 blah. That's what I don't like.
Yeah. No, facts. And to pick off, let me see what they said. Phantom Knight says the problem with Garfield was that he was awful as Peter Parker. Toby was good, Peter Parker. Tom is a good mix. I don't think so. I will say this: I don't think Andrew was that bad as Peter Parker because there were some emotions that he conveyed to me that I was like, okay, he's okay as Peter Parker.
Yeah,
He didn't convince me all the way as him. But I get what you're saying. Tom made a good mix. Because there was a cartoon of a new Spider-Man with a lot of hair. So Andrew Garfield has a lot of hair. I didn't mind the Amazing Spider-Man 1 with Garfield, but 2 was fucking goofy. But I don't think Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man was great or awful. It didn't bother me. It was tolerable even then. Even though when Andrew Garfield cries, he makes the James Vanderbeek face.
He
Goddamn.
does. He so does.
You know what's
Oh
so
my
funny?
God.
I used to work at a grocery store, and this guy came in line. I was like, "Hey, man," I was like, "I don't know if anyone has told you, but you kind of look like James Vanderbeek." And
Wow.
he found it so funny. Like he kind of chuckled. He was like, "I'm gonna be honest with you, man. That was so funny. I can't even laugh at it." He was like, I'm just kind of stuck on what you said. He said, man, he said, you're amazing, man. I was like, yo, I'm sorry, but it's facts. But I'm sorry, side note. But let me see. But I don't think Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man was great or awful. It didn't bother me. I didn't see Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man 2. What I think was awful was Jamie Foxx's Electro. Nah, the deal is nobody's fault. It was just business. Disney was also keeping all the Spider-Man merchandise sales. I mean, I'll say this. I think both sides, as both businesses, which are good businesses, because obviously they're still afloat in this day and age, that they should have came to a fucking agreement and stop acting like children about it. Like I get it from a business standpoint that you're gonna be like, no, I'm not gonna take 30 whatever percentage, 30% versus this percentage because we want to keep this. But I knew Sony was gonna bank on this because it's like they're making all these Spider-Man movies. It's like, bro, who really wants a Silver Sable Black Cat movie? Who wants a Silk movie? Like no one
I don't
who
care.
wants a Morbius movie with Jared Leto, even though people give Jared Leto so much shit because he was a Joker.
Joker.
Even though I thought what was that movie that came out? Suicide Squad? That movie was
Yeah.
fucking terrible. I'm
I
sorry.
love that movie. You
That
have
movie
to
was
watch the director's
garbage.
cut. Then
Oh
it
my
makes
god.
sense.
That movie was garbage. Like
I love it.
when I first saw it, I didn't know if I was watching a long ass music video or if I was
It
watching a
it
movie. I'm
does feel that
sorry.
way.
Like
I'll give you
it
that.
was bad. It was bad. But I think personally that um I don't know. I just really feel like they could have, as both, businesses that are in profession, and they don't give a fuck about my opinion. Who am I to say anything? They don't give a fuck about us. Like they
No.
don't. But it's just in a perspective of both businesses. I really felt like they could have came to an agreement. Because it's like even though they don't give a fuck about the fans, we are the ones that make you the money.
Yeah, we're the
So
ones going. We're the ones buying the merchandise. We're the ones that are buying the Blu-rays and the DVDs and the digital copies. We're the ones that keep you in business. You're the
facts,
ones making the shit that we want to see. We're the ones
facts.
that protested and demanded this shit be made into movies in the first place because we were such big fans of it in the first fucking place. And
Tell them, Rachel.
for people to come in and fucking ruin it and change things that don't need to be changed just so that they can fucking make more sense or make some stupid producer happy. You can't anger your audience, otherwise people aren't going to go watch it anymore. And that was the
Hmm.
problem with Spider-Man 3 is that they were being forced so hard by the production company to do Venom when they weren't ready to do Venom, and so then they just merged everybody together and made this shit fuck donkey show of a movie and pissed everybody off and then totally killed that franchise because they had a fourth one that was in the works too.
Yeah, no facts. I'm sorry. This cricket just came out of fucking nowhere. I'm sorry, stream. Give me a second. Oh my fucking
It's chasing
god.
crickets.
Oh my god. This dude came out of fucking nowhere. What the fuck, bro? I'm doing a podcast, bro. I'm trying to be professional. What the fuck?
It's never a dull moment in the machine room.
Jesus Christ. Somebody clip that so we can so I can post that shit on Instagram. Bro, where the fuck you come from?
Don't kill it.
No, he's dead. The
Oh,
fuck
that's
out my
fucked up.
house, bro. Nah, man. I be trying not to kill these fucking like bugs, but they get so like comfortable in my crib. Like I try not to kill spiders, but then they like make spider babies and shit, and they're
They
just like,
do.
yeah, man, we gonna make a whole family. I'm like, bro, if you don't get the fuck out, I'm sorry, but yeah, no, to go back to what you said, like, I'm sorry, that just kind of he was just crawling when you was talking. And I was like, yo,
Oh
bro,
no.
yeah,
Talking about Spider-Man.
yeah. No facts, but no, I it sucks that we got to this point. Oh man, it just, to me, I can't lie, because they were talking about Tom Holland at Disney Plus this weekend,
Yeah.
and how he was so quiet, how he was standoffish, and he said something. I don't remember the quote, but I know he ended saying, "I love you 3000." And then when he said that, I was like, "Damn, I'm not crying. You're crying." Like, I was just
Right.
like, "Damn, bro. Like, what the fuck? What did they do to my man's, bro?" Like, it just sucks, because it's like you can see how happy he was, to the point where they said he unfollowed Sony, and you can see, like,
Wow.
yeah, like, I don't know if that's true, but it's a rumor that he unfollowed Sony. But like, you can see how, like, happy he was to, because
That's a huge thing. That's a character that's been around for decades,
yep.
and to not only that, but be to given the thumbs up by the creator, Stan Lee.
Mm-hmm.
That's huge. That's
Yep.
amazing. And then to be the person playing that, that has to be like a godsend. And then for Sony to get greedy and be like, well, our lifeboat, because we were falling down the fucking tubes, we let Marvel
Oh
use
yeah.
our character so that we could make some money, so that we could stay in the green and not fucking die like other production companies. Okay, now we're gonna take our character back and we're gonna make our own shit because fuck everybody else. Like, that's such
Yeah.
a dick move.
Yeah, it is. And you know what's so funny, Rachel, is that I thought to myself, like, in the back of my head, I was like, why Sony pull some shit that's gonna happen? And I want to sit here and be a Marvel fanboy, because if you if you want my opinion, I think it's both sides. I think both sides are being greedy. I
Of
really do.
course, it's
Um,
you've got a huge, this monolithic fucking company, Disney, against Sony, which is so small in comparison, and butting heads and both fighting over a character. It's ridiculous.
yeah, facts. I agree. I definitely agree. I think it's so crazy that we got to this point of a character that came off as a comic book character that at first nobody actually really wanted. Like, because I remember I was watching something last night where Stan Lee was explaining about when he came up with Spider-Man, and the head editor was kind of like, "Oh, that's such a silly idea," to the fact of him becoming such a household name. Everybody knows who Spider-Man is, bro. You can go to
Yeah.
fucking Argentina and talk about Spider-Man. They know who the fuck Spider-Man is. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's just sad, because it's like, damn, like, why couldn't y'all just come to an agreement? Because it's like, you see that Disney or Marvel acquired the rights to Fox, and they now have the X-Men characters and the Fantastic Four characters, which I'm super excited about, because it's like, man, we haven't had a good Fantastic Four movie at all,
Ever.
and the latest X-Men movies have been quite shit too. So it's
Shit.
like, the fact that we actually get these characters now is amazing. So I don't know, man. I'm just so sad, because it's like, damn, like, he, especially if you've seen Far From Home. I'm sorry, it's at 1 billion now, so spoilers. If you've seen the ending,
Don't spoil
uh
it.
come on, man. It's at 1 billion now. I can't spoil. Okay,
You
well,
can't
okay,
spoil it.
okay.
I'll lose my
So
mind.
if you haven't seen it yet,
I haven't seen it yet.
what? Okay,
Mm-mm.
I get you. So if you've seen the ending, you would know exactly why I'm tripping the fuck out, because something happened to the
Mm-hmm.
point where it's like this could affect the rest of the MCU. But now that they did this, it's like, how are you going to explain in the next Spider-Man? Because obviously Tom Holland is still going to be the next Spider-Man. Um,
We hope.
what we hope? No, I know for a fact he's going to be the next. He's still going to be the next Spider-Man, because he's under contract from what I know. There's
It
still
don't
some.
matter.
Yeah, you're
There's
right.
ways to get out of contract. I mean, if he really wanted
True.
to, he could bail. I mean, look at Stephen Cavill and Ben Affleck. They got out of their Batman and Superman contracts
True shit.
because
True
of
shit.
what Warner Brothers was doing to the DC universe. They were like, you know what? We can't fight this. Everybody's complaining. Warner Brothers won't stay the fuck out of the DC universe. They won't let us do what we want to do, what the writers want to do. Like, I'm done. And
Yeah.
they left.
Yeah.
I don't I don't know if they had to pay fees or anything like that. None of that was publicized, but usually there are. Um, usually have to pay some kind of percentage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I mean, if Tom really wanted to, he could back out.
Yeah, he could. He really could. I think like Tom doesn't want to go through that route. I see some things that they say here. He has two more movies. Yeah, he has two more movies. Facts.
Hmm.
He has two more movies from what I heard. So I think like when you do back out, you have to pay quite a large percentage. So I think it depends. But for me personally, I think it's just more so the fact that they ended it on such like a hanger. It's like, how are you going to spin this into something different, you know what I mean? So it's just like I don't know what they're gonna do in the next Spider-Man movie, but I'm just I don't know. I'm just so conflicted. I'm so conflicted because it's like, why make a Venom movie without Spider-Man? Like, why do all these? Why make a Morbius movie without Spider-Man? And now that they have the rights, they're gonna go ham. They're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, we got Spider-Man now." So like, well, we always had Spider-Man, but now we can do all this other shit. So I don't know. I know that was so long-winded, but it's just I'm so sad because it's just the MCU is doing such a good job with their heroes, and everybody was like, I remember reading an article like 3 4 years ago where a director, I don't want to put the director's name out there, but the director said like, oh well, superhero movies are going to be just like westerns, and I highly disagree because
Wow.
I'm like, bro, you can only do but so much with western movies. They only have one typical setting. Yeah, you can go from here to Mexico to this other place. With superhero movies, you could do so much. Like as far
Hmm.
as like with Doctor Strange, the new Doctor Strange movie, they said they're gonna make it a horror movie, to like being in space, to being on Earth, to being in other dimensions, to having all these different superpowers. Don't compare superhero movies to westerns, bro. Like it's not the same shit. Like whether you agree or not, us as nerds, we're gonna override that shit and let you know that no, we're here for this shit, dude. So
Yeah.
I don't know. But I'm sorry. What is your, besides the points that you made? Do you have any other standpoints on this whole debacle?
Well, my only other thing I was thinking of is that now that Disney owns the rights to Fox, they own the rights to the original three original cuts of Star Wars. So
Mm,
where's that at? I need those
yeah.
Blu-ray like right now.
Hey, bring that back real quick, cuz I need that one time.
Come hook me up real quick, and then I'll never ask again. I swear to God. Just
Exactly.
4K, and then leave it alone. That's it.
Ooh, Star Wars in 4K, the original? Yeah, hell
Um,
yeah. I'm here
but no,
for it.
it's ridiculous. Like both of them are so big-headed, and they're making so much money. Either way, regardless, they just need to cut the shit. Figure out, even if it's 50-50, fine, whatever. Let it happen so that these stories can be told, because that's the tragedy of it all, is that it's all about the stories and the characters. And if you're not true to the stories and the characters and you're not letting them be told as they should be, then what are we here for?
Exactly. Facts. Like, I agree so much. Like,
I mean, we're all here talking about it now because we all feel a certain way about the stories and the characters, and that's all it is. Even if they weren't comic books, even what if they were just books? Like, think of it in that perspective. It's
mhm.
still just stories and characters that we love so much.
Yeah, it is. I agree. And I think that, you know, us as people, the first thing that we think about is like I said, to go back to like earlier when we were living, we didn't have movies like this. Like I remember going to see Iron Man back in 2008 and standing in line and this guy being like, what, you guys watching some Star Trek shit? And I'm like, no. I still remember a guy saying that dumb shit, and I was like, no, this is Iron Man. And he was like, oh well, have fun with that. And I'm just like, I don't think even back then we would have thought that the first Iron Man would have took us to where the fuck we are now. You know what I
No,
mean? I don't think we would
not in
have
a
thought
hundred
that.
year. Like I,
Yeah.
as it's such a huge concept for what Marvel did to
Mhm.
have all these stories in a series and to be so invested, even in characters that I didn't even really follow, like Doctor Strange. Like I loved his movie, but it wasn't a comic that I
Yeah.
followed back in the day.
Mhm.
And for all of them to be connected, they all make sense. They're all in order. You have to watch them in a specific order. It's amazing. I've never seen a series of movies do that except for, stuff like Star Wars.
Hmm.
And it's mammoth what they did. And for them to be having any kind of disputes or fighting about it shit over one character is so childish.
Facts, facts. I think, yeah, no, what you're saying is absolutely right. Like, I um, I've always been a Doctor Strange fan. I got a couple Doctor Strange comics up in my little collection that I've had. I've never watched, never not watched, but I had a few comics of Doctor Strange.
Hmm.
And once again, this is the machine room, so we can keep it funky. I saw fucking Doctor Strange off mushrooms, and that shit blew my fucking mind, dude. Like, that shit was amazing. I was like, oh my God. And I saw it in 3D too. So I was like,
Yes.
dude, what the fuck is going on? So it was amazing to me, but it was just like, I was so amazed because I was like, are they going to stick to the comic material? Like, are they going to keep
Hmm.
it as trippy as it is? And they did. And I thought it was so amazing. I was like, dude, this is so fucking crazy. I'm here for this. And me, I love movies, so like I've seen Benedict Cumberbatch in like other movies, so I knew he was gonna do a perfect fucking job. Um, and I'm so happy with like how, you can see Kevin Feige and all of his team. I wish I can really say everyone's name, but you can see that they take this shit seriously. That's why it's like so different from all those other comic movies that we've had in the past. Not to shit on the ones that were actually good, but the fact of the matter that, like, dude, they take this shit seriously. They take that source material and they put it in this perspective of like, dude, let's treat this like they're humans, not like they're fucking cartoons or some shit. You know what I mean? We don't have a good interpretation of a video game movie yet. We don't have that yet because we don't have somebody that wants to take video game movies seriously. We have somebody that wants to take comic book movies seriously, and I'm here for it, dude. Like, I'm just so happy that we're at this point in time. So, I want to continue to keep seeing what Marvel does, and not to shit on DC because I loved Aquaman. I thought Aquaman was a great
Hmm.
movie. I thought
I love
Wonder
it.
Woman was a great movie as well.
Love it.
Um, but we're in a good place right now to keep pushing forward. So unfortunately, we don't have that same benefit now that, Spidey is going back to Sony. But I think Sony is now going to think they're going to take a step back and be like, okay, we obviously were not succeeding all that way in all those previous movies, so let's actually make this good. Because the people that wrote Far From Home is the same people that's going to write this new one.
Okay.
So yeah, so it's a possibility that this one's going to be good, but it's just going to be so different of them explaining it. Maybe they may just ignore everything, but then it's still going to be feeling weird. You know what I mean? So it's like, let's see where it goes. Let's see where it goes.
I mean, it's not permanent. I mean, it's fixable. I still think it's fixable to the point where everything can go back to the way it was, but they just really need to pull their heads out of their asses. I
Yeah, facts.
the real problem with a lot of these comic book movies, especially the ones that don't work, are because they don't take them seriously. They don't take the source material and go, okay, these are great characters. Let's make them look like real people. Let's do, treat them like Green Lantern. Green Lantern is a great
Oh.
concept as a comic book, but when you put it into a movie, it doesn't really make sense because he's so overpowered that people
Mm,
kind of go, okay, well, this is silly. So they didn't really make it the way that they should have, or, done it the way that they should have to make the characters seem more realistic.
yeah. No, yeah. I think cuz like the reason why, like, I agree with you, like, but I think that we're at a point in time just because, and I know I keep bringing back Marvel in the perspective, but Marvel has made so much shit make sense. Even with super overpowered people, because now
Hmm.
I think Marvel listens to the fans because we're all like, okay, are you guys going to explore Wanda Maximoff, or we're going to explore Scarlet Witch? Because we all know, for people like us, Rachel, us
Uh-huh.
nerds, we know how strong Scarlet Witch truly is.
Oh,
So
ridiculous.
now we're at a point where they're like they've heard, so we're getting a whole Scarlet Witch series, and then she's gonna go into the fucking Doctor Strange movie. So it's like showing you that, and even they confirmed the Russo brothers confirmed themselves. It was like, yeah, she if she really wanted to, and we really wanted to go that direction, she could have fucked Thanos up right then and that point of Endgame. If everybody's seen Endgame, I hope everyone has seen Endgame at this point. But she could have killed Thanos when she was like,
Yeah.
you took everything, and he's like, I don't even know who you are. Like who are you? I don't know you. Like literally, like she could have killed him right then and there. But of course, you want to give more story to the
Yeah.
situation. But it shows how strong she is. So I think that we will get something that will lead to that to show with Green Lantern, how strong he truly is. Because at first, like when I was younger, I thought Green Lantern was like so corny. But then I read the oh God, please forgive me. I think it's the Brian Michael Bendis run. I may be wrong, but he did a whole series explaining breaking down all the other lanterns, because remember at first we didn't have all those different lanterns. We have like blue lantern,
No, we
violet
didn't.
lantern,
There was
yeah,
just like a
red lanterns.
couple, and now there's like a
Exactly.
whole spectrum.
And he broke down all that shit,
Hmm.
so it's just like damn, we got all these different lanterns, and that whole series was amazing. If you guys haven't read those, please read them, because it makes the Green Lanterns that much more interesting. um but my point to that is just even with how powerful those characters are, because we're about to you gotta realize we're about to get the Scarlet Witch thing. The Eternals are powerful as fuck, so we're about to get the
Yeah.
Eternals. Um, what's his face is about to come into the MCU. Homie that should have been in the Guardians of the Galaxy. Why can't I think of his name right now? Oh fuck, bro. Oh my god, he should have been in Civil War too. Um, I can't think of his name. He was at the. Did you saw Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, right?
Yeah.
You remember the end where they showed Homie in the cocoon? What's his name? Oh my god!
Oh,
Somebody in
fuck.
the chat help me, please. Homie that was in the cocoon.
I know
He's
who you're
strong as
talking
fuck.
about. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, but he's strong as hell. Cause I have the comic to not Civil War, but the original
Adam Warlock.
Adam Warlock. There we go. Thank you, Kaiju. Adam Warlock.
Mhm.
He's strong as hell too. So it shows you that we're gonna have a lot of really, really powerful characters that are gonna start unfolding. So like we're gonna see that in the future. So I can't wait. I can't wait. So they're gonna really kind of go into details about that. So I can't wait. I can't wait.
Speaking of which, as far as universe kind of stuff like that, there's something else that's coming out that was announced this week or this last week.
Hmm.
Is that they're wanting to do continuations of The Matrix.
Ooh.
So they announced The Matrix 4.
Hmm. It's lit.
So with Neo coming back in some way. So really I'm excited, but I'm also confused because he's supposed to be dead.
Dead. Yeah. No, you
It's
go first. I want to hear everything that you have to say. Go. I want to hear your whole opinion. What do you have to say about this whole situation?
I'm I'm more so just confused and because it's a great trilogy. It's a great one, two, three, boom, done. And then in the Matrix game, they kind of expanded into that universe. Like there was a whole other world and there was another pill and blah 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 blah. So I don't know if they're gonna bring that into it. I really don't understand how they're gonna bring Neo back when he's supposed to. He's not just dead. He was put back into the sort like to the machine world. So I mean, how the fuck do you bring? Is he gonna come back like a god? Is he gonna be like the new creator of the Matrix? Like I'm really intrigued and interested to see where it's gonna go, but I'm also worried because I don't want him to fuck it up.
Facts. Um, I'm gonna be honest. It's been a long time since I've seen like the Matrix like all together, like as far as seeing the trilogy. But I will say that that's what me and my homies were talking about as well. We're all trying to figure out like how are you going to bring him back into the fold. Like what I thought they were both dead actually, him and Trinity.
Yeah,
Um
she's dead
m-
too.
but maybe they can explain because you got to also understand that they were in a false world, and maybe that false world because they died in the real world, if I'm correct. Is that right?
Yeah, they died in the real world, and then if you played the game, you come to find out that the real world was actually another Matrix. So I don't know if they're going to build into that, and that
Hmm.
they weren't actually in the real world; they were actually in another false world. But that was just the game. I don't know if that's going to be written into the actual movie universe.
We're talking about the game with Jada Pinkett, right?
No, there was the online game of the Matrix Online.
Oh, I never
So
played that one.
it was like this huge world kind of thing, like GTA, and you could build your own character and all that kind of stuff. But the storyline continued in there. Like they had Morpheus and stuff in there. You could find him sometimes,
Mm.
and these rare character with something called a yellow pill that actually brought you into the real world. And so I don't know if they're gonna build off of that or what they're gonna do.
Well, I think. Oh, side note, Dick Stream, what the fuck? I haven't seen you in so long. Yo, shout out to you. Thank you for coming through, man. It's been a long time. I hope you're okay. I hope everything's good, yo. It's been a minute since I've seen you. Jesus Christ, man. Yeah, no, but yeah, the game that I played was the one with Jada Pinkett on the GameCube. Yeah, that game was so
Yeah,
fun. Oh my god, that game was so fun. But yeah, no, shit, I don't know. None that you brought that up. I
yeah.
don't know.
Phantom Knight says something too. In the online game, didn't they have a conspiracy theory that Neo was still alive since his body was never recovered? Yes. And so that's my whole point is that his body was kept by the machines. So is he really alive? Did they keep him on life support? Did he just pass out? Like what the fuck? Because we never
Hmm.
really, it's everything was implied. So you can play with a lot of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, facts. I don't know. I think I can't lie though. I will be 100% honest with you. I am so excited that we're gonna get a Matrix 4. I don't know, like you said, I don't know where we're gonna go in this standpoint, but damn, I am excited because it's just like. But then again, a lot of people, you got people that always look at it at a standpoint that be like, oh well, it should just stay in the past, which I understand. I don't mean to sound like I'm mocking people, but like it's just the fact of where are we gonna go at this point. You know what I mean? Like, what are we gonna do in Matrix 4? Who's the enemy? Like, like what's gonna really happen? Like, I'm excited for Matrix 4 because it's just I really think like a lot of the times, like especially in recent cinema, a lot of writers, a lot of directors have really set back and took a stance on like
Yeah.
damn, like, okay, the fans are really making this what it is. So let's really take a step back and see what we can do. So, man, let's see what we can do at this point. Because luckily, all the actors are still alive. There's some instances where a lot of people are bringing, all these like sequels back, and some of the people are not alive. Like, we can't really do a fucking, even though they are doing it, but they're doing it with different people. The Ghostbusters series, we can't
Yeah.
do a Ghostbuster series without uh what's his name? I'm sorry.
Bill Murray,
Yeah. No. Who's
Rick
the
Moranis,
actor that passed? Yes,
Rick
no, not
Moranis.
Rick. Was I thought Rick Moranis was
No.
still alive.
Um,
Igor, is that his name?
Egon.
Egon. I said Igor. Wow.
Igor.
Don't tear me alive, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We can't really do like an original series without him because it wouldn't make sense. So the fact that we still have like all the actors still here, it means a lot. So it's like, okay, let's keep it going at this point. And everybody loves Keanu Reeves. We all love Keanu
Harold
Reeves.
Ramis. That's who you're thinking
Yeah.
of.
Harold Ramis. There, thank you. Thank you, Kaju. Kaju is killing it tonight. But
Yes.
yeah, he really is killing it. But yeah, it's just, it would just feel weird without us doing something without that. So it's like that's like trying to do a Matrix without Keanu Reeves, which I feel like could still happen if the writing was good. If the writing was really good and they took it into different perspectives of a different character, I think it could go through. But we
Well, that
still
was
have Keanu.
something. That was something that they were talking about. So they a couple years back they talked about a continuation of the stories without the original characters, but it's going to be a new storyline, but it's after all that stuff had happened. So that's what I thought was going to happen. And then this new announcement last week that, oh, Keanu Reeves is coming back. It's like, but how? And
Mm.
my problem is I just don't want it to be forced. If it's too forced, it won't feel right and it won't make sense into the story. And then you get into weird situations like Halloween 2,
Yeah.
where people are like, this is weird. This is fucking weird. And then they made 30 more movies after that. And then for them to come back 30 years later and go, you know what? We're fucking starting over. We're finally going to have a real sequel to the first movie because all the others were so forced. And that's the problem that they could have is that if you have a forced sequel that people don't really want and it doesn't make sense, it's not going to feel right.
Facts. And you know what's so funny about that is that they released the most recent one and made everything else non-canon,
Yep.
which makes it weird. But then in the same sense, it's just like okay, because it's like I saw that last Halloween in the movie theaters, and I don't want everybody to think I just be drunk and high. I swear to God, I don't. But like, I saw that movie drunk, and I literally paid attention to every little detail, as
You
far as the
do.
Easter eggs,
Mhm.
as far as like what was mentioned in there. Um, and to be honest, the movie was okay. I didn't think it was bad, but it was just was it like extravagant? No, but it was still the fact of the matter that it was just like, okay, this movie's here and we have it now. All the other movies are not canon at this point now, which is just kind of weird because it's like for the average, for people like us, everybody that I think that's in the machine room right now, and me and you, Rachel, we obviously do our research, so we know about the Sony thing, we know about the whole Michael Myers thing, we know about Matrix 4, but you still have people that don't do that research that's out the loop and they're just like, oh well, I didn't know that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you still got that person that thinks every other fucking Halloween movie is canon, or you still got
Yeah.
them people that didn't even know that Spider-Man was owned by another company, you know, or you still got those people that don't understand why the X-Men wasn't in the Marvel movies. You still got those people in this world, so it's like that's
Especially with Halloween, like, you know, most of them are not canon because of John Carpenter. John
yeah.
Carpenter only okayed this last one, and he only came in as a producer because he said he'd never write one again. He didn't want them to be what they are. He wanted
Mm.
them to be a series of fucked up things that happen around Halloween. That's why Halloween, was it 3, was so
Oh,
different.
I was just about to say that. Yo,
Hmm.
Halloween 3 was so fucking weird because he
And
wasn't even in
that's
the
he
movie.
was and that was the whole point of the Halloween movies. It was supposed to be Halloween. Here's just a bunch of fucked up stories that happen on Halloween. That's what it
Yep.
was supposed. It wasn't supposed to be based around Michael Myers. And then they made all these non-canon movies. John Carpenter had nothing to fucking do with them. So then they
Mm.
came back and like, okay, well let's make an actual sequel. And then John Carpenter's like, okay, well it better be okay by me, and it was.
Yeah, yeah. It's weird, you know, to kind of go back in that same sense. So it's like I think like to kind of bring it back to what we originally were talking about with the Matrix is just that us as fans, we don't want a bunch of like sequels and prequels to something because it gets to a point where like shit, you do start feeling fatigued. Like a lot of
Hmm.
people could sit back and say they feel fatigued of superhero movies, but once again, you could take those in so many different directions. With the Matrix, it's like we haven't had a Matrix movie since what? When did
Oh
Matrix 3 come out?
three, I
Oh
think
three, like
2003 was the last one.
so it shows you that we can go in so many different directions and we're just taking it at the time that Hollywood is going to really take so many different roles and things. Like we're getting, I think Danny said earlier, we're getting a Bill and Ted movie,
Three, yeah.
a third one coming out. We
Another
got
Terminator.
another Terminator. The Halloween movie came out.
Hmm.
It just shows you that like we get all these movies even from a long time ago to bring back. We're at a different point in Hollywood now where they want to obviously bring a lot of shit back. So with Matrix 4, we don't know what direction we're gonna go in with this movie. Like, because everybody's has the same question. I thought they both died in the last movie. What are we gonna
Hmm.
do? But that doesn't mean me as a person that I'm not excited, or Rachel isn't excited, or anybody here isn't excited about it. We just want it done right.
I think that, and it's going to sound shitty to say, but I think there's this movie formula that Hollywood has finally figured out with the right writers. And I think what they're doing is they're going back to these old properties that they still own and go, okay, we fucked up before, people didn't like this ending or people didn't like this. Let's go back and fix that. Let's go back and continue this with this new formula that we have that's obviously working. Look at Marvel. Look at the Star Wars movies.
Mm,
It's obviously working. It's this weird combination of a sequel, prequel, like not a prequel, but like a remake sequel, and it's a weird formula to have, but it works.
yeah,
And so many movies like that that's what they are. It's like a continuation, but it's also a reboot, but it's not. But
yeah,
I really hope they don't do that with The Matrix. I hope it's a continuation. It's, 15 plus years later and they just pick up and say, okay, now there's this new thing, the machines are back or something. So let's figure it out. But I hope they keep it really close, you know, and they don't really let stuff out so that it'll be a good surprise.
facts, facts. Yeah, we will see. Like the only thing we can do is just stay positive, and see where it takes us.
Yeah,
For real, that's
don't lynch people like anybody that tries to make a DC movie. Like calm the
yeah.
fuck down.
Calm the fuck down. Like there's a YouTube podcast that I watch. I'm not gonna put their name out there, but like I watch them and I love what they do because I think their opinion is really good. But I see that they're like on Marvel's dick so much, and it's just at times it's annoying because they're just like dragging DC so much, and I'm just like,
I hate that.
okay, I get it. Like, okay, I get it. Like, yes, DC didn't have the best track record, but I think the last two movies that they had, which was, well, not the last two movies, but I think like Wonder Woman was good. I think Aquaman was good. And they got this Joker movie coming out, which is going to be a hard rated R, and I'm excited because I think fucking Joaquin Phoenix is a great actor. I love Joaquin Phoenix. So I believe it's like sometimes with companies, some companies gotta, because with DC's problem is that they were just rushing these films. They were just
Well,
putting all these
it
films
wasn't
out.
it wasn't DC, and DC takes the blame because they're the one that their name's on it. It's Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers has always been the problem. If you go back and watch the documentary about Superman Lives
Mm.
or Superman Forever, whatever it was supposed to be
Was
called,
that the one with don't tell me, hold on, wait, give me a second. It's the actor. He was in a lot of movies.
a lot of movies. He
He
did like 20 movies this
he
last
did, don't
year.
tell me his name. Hold on. Fuck. He was in Matchstick Man. Um God damn it. What is his name? Uh
Cage.
Nick Cage. Okay, thank you. Nicholas Cage, how that was supposed to
Yes.
be a thing. Okay, yeah. Got
It
you. Yeah,
wouldn't have
okay.
the original source material, like the original script that Tim Burton had, would have been amazing.
Mm,
But the fact that Warner Brothers comes in because they own DC, they come in and they force all this shit, they fuck up shit, they do all these rewrites, and they're the problem. They're the reasons that Steve Cavell and Ben Affleck left the DC franchise because Warner Brothers won't stop fucking with DC. They won't just let it be what it is. The great thing about the ones that have worked, like Wonder Woman and Aquaman, is that they had strong directors and writers that said, fuck off, leave us alone, let us. That's what was so great about the original Batman with Tim
yeah.
Burton. Because he did the same thing then. He was like, fuck off, I'm going to make it my way. If you don't like it, I don't give a shit. And that's what we need. We need people that have a backbone to go against Warner Brothers. And
Yeah.
we need those people in the DC corner because that's what's hurting DC is Warner Brothers. If DC could somehow buy themselves out and detach from Warner Brothers, we would have the best movies.
I didn't know that. I really didn't know that. But yeah, shout out to DC. I hope DC, like, I think DC is at this point now where they're thinking like we need to take a step back as a company and
Yeah.
understand these movies need to kind of come into perspective. for this. So I'm excited about this Joker movie. I can't lie. It looks good. It doesn't look like a superhero movie. It looks like a movie. It looks like a good movie, and that's what I'm excited for. But to go back in the perspective of what our topic is for Matrix 4, I think that, because I know Matrix is also under Warner Brothers as well. The Wachowskis, they obviously know what they're doing, even though I think like the last Matrix was a little in the air. I respect both of them. I think both of them have a good head on what they want to do for this franchise.
Yeah, and they're the type of writer, and they're so great that they get to do whatever they want. Like if you watch Sense8, they got to do whatever they
Oh
wanted. Netflix
yeah.
paid for it. Like mind blowing. People that haven't seen Sense8, they don't know what the fuck is going on in this universe because that
Hmm.
totally mind blowing. That show makes you feel every emotion under the sun. I was crying, I was laughing, I was standing up, cheering. I mean everything. And for them, I haven't heard them being attached to the Matrix 4, but I really hope they are because it's their property that they invented.
I think they
So
are. I think they
they
are.
better be, or I'll
Yeah, I
be
think
so
they are.
mad.
Yeah, I think they are. Cause like I think the difference, like shout out to them, cause they're like I said, they're geniuses is what they do.
Geniuses.
Yeah, they're women now, and I
Yep.
respect them so much more even now because they. This has shit to do with anything, but I just want to say I respect them so much because it's like it's such a judgmental ass world, and that doesn't change shit. You got some bullshit ass motherfuckers that be like, they a little bit like, bro, shut the fuck up, bro. I think what they're gonna do, they're gonna take it by the horns, and I think they're gonna kill it. I think that, like I said, they're gonna take a step back, and they're gonna be like, okay,
Hmm.
we need to understand what we need to do at this point for if we're gonna make it well when we make the Matrix 4. So I can't wait. I really can't wait. I can't
They're
wait.
very methodical about the way they plan things out. Like the way
Hell
that they
yeah.
planned the Matrix out was they wrote a comic book of it first. So they took the comic book in as like a screenplay, and this is they offered it to Warner Brothers. Said this is what we want to make, and this is the style we want to do it, and this is what it's going to look like. What do you think? And they're like, cool, let's do it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
they're
facts.
very they plan things out very well. So whatever it is that they're if they're attached, it's going to be amazing.
Let me read the chat real quick. I like zombie version because it showed a little bit more of Mike mentally and why he started killing. Wait, let me scroll up. I'm sorry. I think oh, okay, so they're talking about that. Yes, it's Nick Cage gets every role. Nick Cage will play Luke Cage now. Then he'll play Johnny Cage. I can't wait to hear how Joaquin sounds as Joker. I saw a few episodes of Sense8. I gotta finish it. Only one of well, I thought both of them was
They're
women, but
both
that
women now.
they're both women. Yeah, they're both women now. That's
They both
besides the
came out
point.
as trans.
Yeah, they both became. But that's besides the point. But it's just still the fact of the matter that it's like I trust
Oh,
them on what they're gonna do.
they're great people. They're
They're
smart. Anybody that's ever worked with them said that they're amazing and they're very smart and
mhm.
comical,
Yep.
and they're just good people. And I don't listen to any negativity about them because they're anything that they do, I love.
Yep. I agree. I agree. I agree. So I can't wait. I can't wait. Matrix 4. I can't wait. We all love Keanu Reeves. I don't know anybody that hates Keanu Reeves, honestly, but if you hate Keanu Reeves, honestly, fuck you.
We could
Second it.
talk. We could have an entire separate series podcast just about Keanu Reeves.
Just about Keanu. I'm here for it. I stand all the way.
I could
I
talk for
stand.
weeks just about John Wick movies. They're so great.
I still, as a bullshit ass artist that I am, have to watch the John Wick movies. I haven't seen one John Wick movie.
What
I'm a
is wrong
piece
with you?
of a
Go
lot.
watch them right now.
I'm a piece of shit. No, we have the machine room to do right here, guys. Only here at the machine room where you see such great classics here, where a motherfucker knows about nerd shit but has not watched the John Wick movies. I
Ain't that a
suck.
bitch?
Ain't that a bitch? What the fuck, Jip? What's wrong with me? Oh, Jip sleep. I'm sorry, Jip. I ain't gonna fuck
You
with you.
fucking with the dog.
Yeah, I'm a piece of
Well,
shit.
D Player asks, will Keanu have a beard in the Matrix movie? No, he's already shaved the beard off to do Bill and Ted 3. I've already seen
Mm.
pictures of them on set. He's totally baby shaved. So, but
Come
he still
on,
has long
Danny.
hair.
Come on, Danny. Don't put those two together, bro. Because I stand for both of those people. Both of those people are amazing.
I
You
I
can,
agree with Danny.
look, I'm not about to sit here and put them both together because I was a humongous wrestling fan, and I think both of them, for what I know and I see on social media, they both are great people. Okay,
Oh,
so I'm not about to
Dwayne
sit here.
Johnson is a national treasure.
He's a fucking gold. Okay, I love The Rock, and not just that, not just because I was a big ass fan of WWF when I was a kid, but the fact of the matter that I also watched The Matrix. I remember going into the theaters back in 2000. Was it 1999 or was it
I think
2000 when the
it's
first one came?
99 when the first one came out.
Bro, I
98
remember
or 99.
going into the movie theaters because my neighbors across the street. I remember my homie Joseph. Shout out Joseph. I don't know where the fuck you at in this day. His mom was like, "Yeah, we're gonna go watch The Matrix." She was like, I think Rex would enjoy it." And I was like, "Oh my god, wow!" As a little kid, how did you know my personality? You know I'm a nerd. Oh my god, you're such a cool mother. And they took me to go see that shit, and I was amazed. I was like, "Bro, what the fuck am I watching right now? Like, this is
Yes.
insane." Like, dude, when I saw The Matrix in movie theaters as a kid, I couldn't even like really understand everything. I had to watch that shit like 3, 4 more times to be like, bro, this shit is amazing. So, it kind of came down to the point of like, damn. But as a kid, also growing up on WWF and watching Dwayne The Rock Johnson talk his shit, I was amazed at that shit too. So I'm not about to put them together and be like, I like one over the other, bro. I love both of them. Okay, don't do this to me right now. Goddamn it, don't do this to me right now. I'm done.
I
I'm done.
have the Matrix box set that has all three movies and then the Animatrix, and it has
Ooh.
this commentary with these two writer philosophers,
Mm.
and they do all three movies. I don't know if they do the Animatrix. I don't think they do, but so I've watched the all three movies with their comment, and you wouldn't how multi-level those movies are. Like they're amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Like everything is an Easter egg in those movies. Like everything
Facts.
means something else. And to have anything like that, like I remember coming out of the theater watching the first one, I was speechless for like probably maybe a good 30 minutes to an hour, and everybody kept going, "What's wrong?" I'm just like, I'm just computing. I'm trying to take all this shit in, and I want to do a backflip off the wall right now.
Yeah. Facts. Yeah, same. I was amazed. Like, I don't even know how old I was in 1999. I was born in 92. How old would that would have made me? Like, when did
Like
The Matrix come out?
like 99.
Yeah, when did The Matrix come? No, fuck that. We gonna make sure this is right. This is accurate. Hold on. When did The Matrix come out? We're gonna I'm sorry guys. I don't mean to get on my phone, but we gotta do I didn't do research right quick because I want to make sure this is accurate. Okay, so the original Matrix came out in what year was I mean not year. That was March 31st,
99?
1999.
Yeah,
So I was born in 92, so that would have made me how old?
7.
Yeah, so I had to be 7 years old, and for some reason I still remember that. I was like totally head over heels for the fucking movie because like you said, I was trying to like figure everything out. Like, bro, what the fuck? Like, like what's going on, bro? Like, it was just so much. It was so many questions to the fact of like when he was trying, like when he was in his. To this day, I still like the whole being at a desk job situation. Even though some people don't put it in that same situation, it showed you where he was like, okay, like I got to get out this desk job because obviously, they were looking for him. Remember when he was like
Yeah.
ducking down and shit, and he was like, "Oh shit, what I need to do?" You know what I mean? And like it got crazy because homie went out on the ledge and shit. And to me, even though some people don't agree with me, I still think that showed me that you shouldn't stick at a desk job. You should go out your way to do something else in your life. Because if you notice, he was sticking at a desk job, and once the whole Matrix thing started kind of unraveling, his life went sure it went to a whole different level of shit. You know what I mean? So it just to me personally, it just kind of showed me also because I went to a desk job and I recently left my desk job, but it showed me that like, okay, the Matrix is something totally different. This is not real, but it showed me like you need to not stick in just one place. You
That's
need
what
to
they're talking
explore
about, the
life.
system. The system
Mm-hmm.
is a metaphor for the system that we have in place now for our economy and our society and our culture and how it is like a prison. And
Yeah.
that was the whole basis of it and the whole point of like breaking free from that and to be a creative or to do whatever it is that you wanted to do in life because jobs like that are so soul sucking. And I can say
Yeah.
that even though I work from home, I have a job like that where I sit there. I have to do other things while I'm doing that. Otherwise, I'll fucking go crazy because
Mm.
it's so monotonous. You use 0% of your brain. I mean, like literally, like a monkey could come in and could do it if they could speak English. Like it's so ridiculous. So to have an outlet like this and to have my graphic design work and video editing stuff or whatever I got to do to use that creative part of my brain because the jobs that we pick can kill us
Yep.
if we let them.
Yep. Facts. 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 So yeah, no, I agree. And I never looked at it like that. So it's just it kind of came to me in the perspective of like fuck, like this is what it's showing, even though this is you can interpret it in different ways, but it just kind of comes to like, what really comes down to it. And even though this is just a movie, it shows you that like damn, this movie can be deep and there's so many layers to it.
Hmm.
Yeah, amen, Danny, amen. But yeah, to kind of go back to the first standpoint, I'm ready for the Matrix 4. And I'm just ready, man. I'm ready. Let's see what they deliver, and let's all here at the machine room, and not even just at the machine room. Like beyond that, stay positive, and let's see what the fuck they can give us, man. Let's see if they deliver. I'm just gonna stay positive, and hopefully we can get a good Matrix, the next Matrix movie.
And the opposite side of that, I even want to bring it up.
Oh
Um,
man. Oh
they're
shit. Bring it up.
they're coming back with The Walking Dead season 10, and I'm just like, this shit is still on the air. Like they're still gonna make this show. Like people are still watching this. Who's
Yeah,
watching it?
a lot
If
of
everybody
people.
stops watching it, they'll stop making this shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Um.
I think the question now is like, one of those things like people come up like, hey, you got any tattoos? Hey, where you from? It's now the question is, hey, what season did you stop watching Walking Dead?
uh. Oh man. Okay. Mm. Damn, we're really gonna get into this. I'm about to get into this. Okay. With The Walking Dead, for anybody that's in here that watched The Walking Dead, I watched The Walking Dead when it first came on television,
Hmm.
which was 2010. I think no, Halloween, October. I think it
Yeah, it was
was.
it was it was it was in October,
Yeah, it was around some time there,
like
and
oh 09, I
oh
think. Was
nine
it
oh
oh
ten.
09?
I think it
Yeah,
was 2010. It was sometime around there, whatever. One of those years. One of those years.
I think it was
But
10.
let's see.
I don't
That's
know.
what we see. We're here at the machine room. We got to be accurate here at the machine room, man, because we're gonna bring you facts. But no, I think that okay. So I was a big fan of The Walking Dead. I watched that shit every Sunday.
Yep.
I literally tuned in every Sunday. I was a fiend for The Walking Dead. And to me personally, I started reading the comics. So like I became a fiend on the comics. So it was like I was there and I was that accurate to watch the shit when it first dropped. So when I watched
2010.
2010, okay. October 31st, 2010. So yeah, it was Halloween 2010. I still remember that day like it was yesterday. I literally tuned in. Um
I made my
but
aunt watch it. I was like, you're gonna watch this shit with me.
you
I'm not watching this by myself.
gonna watch this shit. No, but I literally tuned in and I was like, yo, I'm gonna watch this. And I was amazed because I was like, okay, this brings zombies to a whole different perspective. And I didn't realize that the comic book came out in like 2002, 2003, around that time. So they had a lot of source material
A
to really
lot.
take their time on. in any interpretation of a show or a movie, it's going to always be different than the source material. Um, which it was, but they also kind of kept, favor to the show. For me, I just man, I loved where it was going. I loved the interpretation, but Jesus Christ, did the show start dragging? The show started dragging. And
Drag.
it got to a point where it was like, damn, these characters, because like some characters died in the show that were still alive in the comics,
And then they had made up characters that didn't exist in the comics and the show.
like Daryl and his brother.
Yeah.
They didn't exist in the comics. They only exist on the show. But I love both of those characters. I can't lie. I was a big fan of Daryl, even though like
Hmm.
that character, Norman Reedus. I love Norman Reedus, but like to me, Norman Reedus is kind of like Keanu Reeves, and I hope this is not sounding disrespectful. They are only gonna like now. I don't want to say only go so far. That's not what I mean. They're only gonna be, as far as range. You know what I mean? Like range is only gonna go but so much for those characters, for those people. Because like I feel like Keanu Reeves and Norman Reedus, they have range but so much. I don't want to disrespect them. I sound like I'm
Oh,
sounding so
they're not gonna
disrespectful.
be in like some fucking huge drama or anything like
Yeah,
that. But I
that's
mean, but they've
yeah,
got
facts,
they
facts.
they can work, and what they
Hmm.
do is great.
Exactly. Not to doubt them at all. I don't want to doubt them at all. That's what I mean. I think that no matter what the situation is, they're great at what they do. I don't want to like short them of what they do either because they're amazing at their job. Um, but for me, I just felt like with The Walking Dead, like okay, let's keep it going, but it only went so far. I stopped at like season 7 or 8 because I got bored.
Yeah.
I got bored with the show. Like I really did.
What
Ooh,
episode did they kill the tiger? Does anybody know?
I don't remember.
That was
Yeah, I
the
don't.
last episode I was like, I'm never watching this shit again. This shit is garbage.
Damn. You gonna kill the fucking tiger? Fuck
Mm-mm,
you.
I was done. I was
That
like,
shit's
uh-uh.
crazy. Yeah,
Done.
I don't remember what the last. I think yeah, I think it had to be season 8 or 7. I stopped watching it because I just got bored with the show. Like I was just like, damn, I'm getting bored with this shit. This shit is just dragging. And I even sticked around to watch The Talking Dead, but how I
Me
knew I was
too.
getting bored when I stopped watching Talking Dead because I love Chris Hardwick. I used to watch Chris Hard. Just if you seen last Sunday's Machine Room, you know I talked about how I was on G4. That's how I had such a connection with Chris Hardwick because Chris Hardwick was on G4.
There it is.
Um,
Season 8, episode 4.
okay, cool. So I stopped at season 8. I stopped watching after
Yeah.
season 8. Um, but yeah, that's kind of where I stopped at. Rachel, can you take it? I'm sorry, I really have to pee so bad right now. I swear I'll be right back. Rachel, take it. Tell them what you think about The
I
Walking
got
Dead.
this.
Okay, go. You got it. I'll be right back.
Um, I thought that it was one of those series that got way too many characters. So when you have way too many characters, you have way too many stories going simultaneously. So then you've got like 40 different storylines going on at once, and none of them like meet in the middle until like the last episode. And then you have this huge cliffhanger, and then they do the same thing the next season. So they really started getting into this really bad formula of that. And then you had characters that just basically like walked off the show and never came back. And we never got any kind of closure about them or what happened. Then you have all these new characters that came out of nowhere. And it just got really, really convoluted. And then when they killed off Carl, spoiler alert, um, that was a huge thing because that was like a huge rape of comics. And not only that, but to the actor playing Carl, he didn't even know that he was going to get killed off. So it was like this huge surprise to everybody. And yeah, it was very repetitive. It was they found this formula that they liked and they got really lazy with the writing and it got to where like the zombies were just like an annoyance, like a fly, when they were supposed to be, part of the premise of the show. It was like zombies and drama. Then it was just like all drama and it was like soap opera drama. It was like as so popular with zombies, and the zombies were just kind of like flies, like bzz. They kill the zombies, and then they go back to all their drama bullshit. And they just swayed way too far from the comics. Like they were going very, very well with being parallel and doing the same kind of stuff, having the same kind of characters. They did have some things where they were bringing on people that didn't exist in the comics or killing off people that were still in the comic, but it was light. It was like, okay, but we're still following the same premise, same basic storyline. And then for them to just like goat fuck that in the ass like they did, it was like that's when I stopped watching.
I'm on the way. I'm back, but yeah. Oh man, that's funny. Yeah, no facts. Like, I don't know where the fucking show went, dude. Like, it just went to a whole different perspective. Um, to a point where I was just getting lost. Like, I was just like, what's really going on here? Like, so when they introduced Negan, I was like, okay, cool. Negan's here now.
Yes.
This is what's up. But a lot of people started checking out at that time because they were like, yeah, we're happy Negan's here, but Jesus Christ, this season is boring as fuck. Like, what's really going on? Like, and I remember when I was working at my last job, my supervisor kept saying the same thing. He was like, the show's boring. He's like, yo, they're just literally what are they gonna do? They're gonna leave, they're gonna go to a place, that place is gonna get fucked up. They're gonna leave that place, go to another place. But then I thought to myself, I was like, yo, if you were really in the apocalypse, what else would you fucking do? Like it, like literally, let's be honest. Like honestly, we don't know what life is gonna be like, but it's like if you're in a situation where it's like, you're in a community and the community is obviously fucked, you're gonna want to leave that community and keep moving on. You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
like I was like, what else could they really write about? It's just that's facts. Like if shit were like that to if shit were to hit the fan, like what else could they do? So I understood that standpoint, but it just got to a point for me personally where I just felt like the show just started dragging, and I was like, damn, this show should end. And I'm just like, bro, they're at season 10. Like, obviously, I stopped at season 8, so I missed what 2 seasons, which is crazy because I thought I missed a lot more seasons. I thought I
I did
missed like
too.
3 seasons, like I really did. But um, I don't
And then
know,
there's
like.
three movies coming too.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't see no point in 3 movies coming, bro. Like, cause I know like Rick is no longer on the television show, so I don't get that. But I know recently Rick died in in the comics. I'm sorry if I
Yes.
spoiled that for anybody, but that's what happened. I don't really fucking understand why he died in the comic books.
Well, the
But
comics have
he's
also
dead.
ended too. They finally came to a
Oh, they
conclusion.
finally came to a conclusion?
Yeah,
Okay,
so
cool,
it's
cool,
it's
cool.
over. So they really need to do the same with the show.
Yeah, they do because the comic's been going on since 2003, and I moved to where I'm at in 2002. So the fact that I'm as old as I am now, living in this place, and it's like Jesus Christ, that should say something. So I don't know. I think they probably should have been ended the show. Like I think they should have probably stopped at season 8. But I mean, who's to say? That's not to take away anything from the creator or anything, because I think the creator of The Walking Dead is a genius.
Hmm.
Um, goddamn, what's his name? Robert Kirkman. I think Robert
Right.
Kirkman is a fucking genius. I think he's created something so grand and vast. So there's nothing to take anything from him. But personally, me, because I remember him saying himself, like, I hope the show ends and I can continue to make the comics. I remember him saying that. So, I think it just comes to a point where it's like maybe the show is starting to drag, like,
I think it's
so.
way beyond that. I think now it's in the point of redundancy. I mean, they've gone so far out of whack from the original storyline from the comics and even destroying their original storyline that they had for the TV show. Now they're just in uncharted territory of just boringness. And
Hmm.
it's so awful. It's way too many characters. You got way too many stories going on, so you can't fit everything on. You tune in next week to try to find out what happened the week before, and now they're focusing on somebody else, so you never get any story resolution. So it's like if you've ever been fooling around with somebody and they just get you like really turned on and then they just stop. I think they call it a penguin, That's what that show did. It was just like, yes, 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 aw. And then
Oh,
it was so much of aw that
oh,
you didn't want to fuck with them anymore.
yeah, facts. No, I understand, and yeah, I did look up some shit real quick just while you said it, because like I really, damn, this shit really ended in July. Like
Yep.
fuck, damn, that's crazy. Like I don't know how it ended. So,
I
mm,
don't know. I didn't either. Like
does
I just
anybody
read
know
an
how it ended?
article that they were like they didn't know it was going to be the last comic until they wrote it and they were like, dude, that's it. Like that's it. That was the conclusion. We're done. They're like, cool. They were just
Shit,
ready to end it. Dan or D Player One ask any fall shows you're hyped for.
I don't know what's coming out, fam. Can somebody give me a list of what's coming out? If you can give me a list of what's coming out, because like the funny thing about it is I don't watch TV like that. I really don't. Like I do not watch television, but I have my shows.
Yeah,
Um, I was
I'm hyped.
sad. No, go ahead.
I'm hyped for the second season of the Mayans. I thought the
Mm,
first season was really, really, really good, and
I'm
especially for it to be not just a continuance, but a separate story from Sons of Anarchy. And
mm,
I love Sons of Anarchy. I've watched Sons of Anarchy every episode probably 5 times. So that's like a huge
damn.
story that like Dexter, I've really adapted. And so they did a really good job with the Mayans
Mm,
to have this separate thing just shoot off into space like it did. So I'm really excited for that.
that's what's up. Yeah, no, I watched Sons of Anarchy. Did I agree with the ending? Not 100%, but it is what it is. I think that with Mayans, I haven't watched Mayans yet, but I
Oh,
definitely will
so
tune
good.
into
I
it.
think it's
Yeah,
on
I heard it was.
Hulu.
I don't have Hulu, unfortunately.
Fucking get it
I
for
have
trial.
websites. I'm not gonna talk about that, but yeah, no. Shout out to that, but yeah, no. I think that like I will tune into that when I do get the chance, and I'm not saying that just to be like, oh, I'm gonna tune into it when I get the chance. I really am, because like
It's
I
so
love
good.
like
And
anarchy.
especially if you love Sons of Anarchy to watch people from that show up in Mayans and it's
Mm,
not forced. It's two motorcycle gangs doing business together. So of course they're going to have run-ins together. It's not
facts.
forced. It's like and it's not like characters you would think. You're like, "Oh, yeah, it would make sense for that person to show up in Southern California."
Yeah, no, facts. D Player One also says My Hero Academia season 4. Yes, now that's something that I am super fucking hyped for. Oh
There you
my
go.
god, I am hyped for season 4, bro. I binged watched fucking My Hero Academia. Like I was like, it's been a minute. Cause I'm one of those people that love anime, but I'm not one of those people that's like super in depth with anime. Like I'm
Like
in depth
on the
enough.
dick.
Yeah, like I'm not on dick with anime, but I'm one of those anime people that can be like, I know enough. You know what I mean? Like I
Yeah.
knew every person and every series when Jump Force came out, even though that's a terrible game. But like I knew all, because you got some people that was like they didn't know every anime person in Jump Force, but I knew every single person in that game. So I was like, cool, I'm good. But yeah, no, I'm hyped for season 4. I read ahead in the manga, so I know what's gonna happen in season 4, and I'm hyped as fuck because I'm just like, oh shit, shit's about to hit the fan, bro. Like, it's crazy to me because like, I can't lie, I really like that anime. Like, I like the manga, but I'm a big fan of My Hero because like I know people that shit on it and it was like, it's okay, but it's like I watched the movie too. I like
Mhm.
the reason why I like it so much because it's like the character just doesn't start off OP as fuck. I hate those
Right.
animes where it's like the character's just so fucking strong. Dragon Ball Z. But I love Dragon Ball. Not to talk about shit about Dragon Ball. Goku, I can't lie. Goku took some time to level up too. But like I love it because it really starts the character off literally to be like, okay, let's start here to get to here,
Right.
and it doesn't take like episode, it takes seasons. So
Mhm.
when I was watching My Hero, I was like, bro, this shit is so good, the writing on this shit is so good. So I'm more than excited for season 4. I really am.
I just started watching
What's
and
that?
it's a Canadian show. It's kind of like Think of like Trailer Park Boys meets Seinfeld. So it's
Wow.
really funny.
That
And
sounds great. That
so
sounds fantastic.
there's 6 seasons that they did in Canada, and then Hulu picked them up for season 7. So season
Mm.
7 is going to come out this fall on Hulu. So I'm trying to catch up.
What's it called?
Letterkenny.
Letterkenny. I'm gonna write that down.
It's so funny. Um, I've been telling everybody about it, but um, I've been watching that like nonstop.
Letterkenny. Okay, yeah. I'm writing it down right now because I love Seinfeld and I love
It's
Trailer
yeah,
Parks. Yeah.
it's like a redneck version of Seinfeld, but Canadian. So there's like hockey and shit too. So it's really
Okay, I'm
good.
down. I'm down
It's
for it.
fucking crazy.
I'm down for
But
it.
the way that like they talk so fast that I started to turn on the subtitles because they're like, blah, 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 blah. I'm like,
That's
what did he
funny.
say? And so I have to watch with subtitles, but
That's funny
it's
because didn't
hilarious.
didn't last time we talk about like the Irish as far as it was like was it did we talk about that about like Irish about no we didn't. I'm sorry. I was God, I'm confusing this with when I was at my homie's crib. Like what the fuck? But no, my homies they watched this show that come on Netflix. It's an Irish show, but it's so funny. And
Which
there was
one?
like I forgot what the name of it was. I can't lie. I was really drunk because I cooked that day, so I was tired and I was drunk and high at the same time. So it was just like a mix of everything. But it was a Irish show that comes on Netflix. I think they said I forgot what it was, but it was funny as hell. And they were telling me like they talk so fast, you're gonna probably have to put subtitles. I was like, oh
Yep.
no, I'm okay. I was like, I watched the Try channel on YouTube, which is like a literally a
Yeah.
Irish thing where they try shit, and I understand everything they're saying, and I'm like, I'm one of those guys that like can understand people with heavy accents, like even when it comes to like a lot of my Hispanic friends and like they talk and they got a heavy accent and they're talking, I'm like, bro, I can understand what you're saying.
Well,
Like,
the
so I'm
Try
good
Guys
for it.
are all Dublin Irish. I mean, so that's like a very like not Americanized, but it's a very English heavy accent. So it's not so bad. But if you get into
Not
like
that
the
bad, no.
like deep woods, like Southern Ireland, like you're not gonna understand shit they say.
True shit.
They
Because
got fucking accents.
they do got some people that got like thick ass accents on
Yeah,
that channel though, and I still be like, okay, I can understand what they're saying. So like, I guess I could just interpret it just by like certain words how they say. So yeah, I'm here for it either way. I'm here for it
but
either way.
the dudes on Letterkenny, they talk so fast and the shit that they're saying is so poignant. If you're not listening to what they're saying, you're not gonna get the joke. So that's
Oh,
why I had
okay,
to turn subtitles on because
got you.
all the materials in what they're saying so fast because they're trying to get it out. It's only a 30-minute show and they have a lot of dialogue. And so that's what
Okay.
makes it so funny is that, it's not just the crazy situations, it's the shit that they're saying. Like they had this whole huge, like 5-minute long rant about what what would make them most scared about seeing their nutsack split open if they had ripped it doing a skateboard trick. And it's fucking hilarious. But
Mm.
they're actually talking about like the medical document usage of the words of like the inside of like a scrotal sac, and it's fucking hilarious. But
Oh wow.
if you can't understand them, you're not gonna get it.
Yeah. Okay, so that's one of those shows. Got you. Got you.
It's smart and funny and
Smart.
stupid.
That's what I love. I love smart and funny. I like
Hmm.
when you make me think about some shit and I'm just like, I sit there for a minute. I'm like, ah, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, I love that. I love that. I think
that's
that.
that show. And
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
if you like shit like that, you'll love it. It's hilarious, but they're really smart the way the jokes are structured.
Gotcha. Letterkenny. I have that written down in my notes, so I would definitely check Letterkenny out. Anybody here in the machine room? Letterkenny. Check it out.
Letterkenny.
Yeah, we're not getting paid for that either way. We're just plugging it.
I
So
wish.
I wish, yeah.
I'm looking for any excuse to quit my job right
Oh,
now.
yo, I swear to God, for anybody that don't know, I think Danny knows, but anybody that don't know, I don't mean to plug myself, but obviously I think I probably should. My
You
name's right
should do
here.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, I literally stream Monday through Friday, and I do streams on Sundays too. And with that, I stream. video game play. Like Monday I go, so tomorrow I'm supposed to go to another podcast, but I probably can't make that tomorrow. But I have a whole other podcast that I go to on Monday, A Kimmel Films. And yeah, Daddy knows. But I do that, and then literally Tuesday through Friday, I'm playing 8 hours. Like
Hmm.
the past week that just passed, so Tuesday was it so Tuesday I literally streamed for 11 hours straight.
Jesus.
Then fucking wait, no, it was Wednesday, I think. Because one day I took a break, but whatever. But then the next day I streamed for 8 hours straight. So like I'm trying to prove a point that like I'm really trying to take this streaming shit seriously. So that's why I'm on here with my homies here as well at the machine room, because we obviously want to take this to like
The
other
next
plateaus.
level.
Yeah, the next
Yeah.
level. So anything we can do to kind of bring it to that topic. So I know for a fact we're gonna get to affiliate here. So that's no ifs or buts. I have more than the confidence here, but because literally everybody that I know has hit affiliate. So I'm here to push that. But
That's
um
that's my next level, and I'm trying to be a good streamer too, and I've been streaming a lot more
yeah, I see
so
that.
that I really want to hit affiliate and stuff like that. So if I can even just a little bit of fucking income from this would be so great. Like if I can make a living doing this and gaming, like
Oh
I would be
God.
so fucking happy because this,
Hell
like
yeah.
Nas said, this is all me. Like I made all the stuff that
Oh, you
makes
made all
the
this.
this is me. So
Really? You
I'd much
yeah.
rather do this than take phone calls all day.
Oh my God, tell me about it. I went crazy. I worked at a job like that for like 4 years and I couldn't do it anymore.
It's mind numbing.
Oh my God, it's fucking draining. Like I couldn't do it. Like it was taking my whole day, 1 p.m. to 9:30. That was my shift.
Ooh,
Like it was
ooh.
dude.
You
And at
don't get a
first
break.
no, and at first it was 2 to 10, and I was just
Mm,
like, I switched it, and it was just only but so much, and it was just like, dude, I can't do this no more. Like, I'm
mm-mm.
sorry, I just can't. So it got to a point where I had to quit my job. I said, bro, fuck this shit.
No,
So I've been streaming so much, and it's just like, God, I'm putting so much work into it, and I'm happy to be here. I know we're doing a side note, guys, but it's just I'm so happy to do this as much as I can, and thank you for inviting me, Rachel. Thank
of
you, Nas. I
course.
know Nas is not here, but thank you, because if I wasn't doing this, I'd probably be fucking going crazy right now. But thank you for
Me
the
too.
follow too, Kaiju. Thank you so much. Like I think I hit my goal for the month.
There you go.
Yay! I'm at 250 now. Let's go, man. We in this bitch, gang, gang. So that yeah,
He
we're
said
here,
gang
man.
gang.
Fuck yeah, hell yeah, man. Okay, Jip. I see you over there looking at me. You cute as hell. But yeah, nah. Yeah, I'm glad we're here. So we're just gonna keep pushing. We're gonna keep pushing, and we're gonna take this into another plateau. I'm gonna be honest with you, Rachel. I think I can do this every Sunday, depending on what you guys want to do. But I'm here, man. I'm here. Whatever time y'all want, man. If you got need somebody free, Rex is here, man.
I'm
Because this is
glad.
this
We
is
like
fun.
having you.
Yeah, this is fun. This is fun. I thought I was already following you. My bad. No, no problem. No problem. Thank you for coming here to this, because
Yes.
yeah, we appreciate you
And
a whole
thank you for the
bunch.
follow too. Like any of that kind of stuff helps a lot. And like we're saying too about, the monotony of our day jobs and stuff like that. We want to get out of that. And if we can do this for a living, you're gonna get 110% of me no matter what I do.
Facts.
And this motherfucker.
Come here. Yeah. Just we showing pooches. Come here. Come here, man. Shit.
It's
All right.
it's
Yeah. This is
Doge time.
it's Doge time. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Yeah. But you see, Danny put the pooch right there. That's
Yes.
Jip. Can you stop licking my neck? Come on, man. Yeah, this is Jip. Jip is she's 10. She's gonna be 11 this
Oh
year.
wow.
She's a pit mixed with a lab, and I love her to death. This is my best friend. So yeah,
That's what's up.
you smell good.
This is Bear. He's
Yeah,
a
I'm gonna smell you.
psycho. He's a true sociopath, but I love him.
Ear shit. Did my shit go out?
I
Can
can
you
hear
guys
you.
hear me?
I can hear you.
Hello. I can't hear anything. You can hear me? I can't hear
I can
you.
hear you.
Hold on, let me see.
Restart.
Uh-oh. God, I hope I don't. Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. Hold on.
He probably unplugged his shit. Yep.
All right, we're back. Sorry.
And now,
My shit unplugged. Okay,
and
okay.
then
Yeah, okay. What's
Schneef.
Schneef? I'm gonna name my next dog Schneef. I
That's
like
a
that.
that's an ongoing joke in Letterkenny. They're talking about the good old days when they used to do cocaine, but they call it schneef, and they'll do like these
Ah.
running gag for like 10 minutes of like, have you ever done schneef on a boat? And he's like, I've done schneef off the boat captain's face.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ! Oh, I'm gonna have fun watching this show.
Oh,
I'm
that's
gonna have
hilarious.
so much fun
Like
watching.
just like to see if you like it, watch season 2, episode 3, just the beginning part. And if you don't laugh at that, you probably won't like the show.
Okay,
But
okay.
that one scene had me crying, like
Got you.
laughing my ass off.
That I can. I got you. So I got that written down. So I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it.
Does
I
anybody else in chat have any other questions before we start wrapping up?
Don't we have one more thing to talk about? Something that's serious
We
before
do.
before we go into serious mode.
Uh, yeah.
Oof. Any questions, guys? You don't even have to ask, but if you have any questions, please let us know.
The only other thing I wanted to bring up is there's the protest in Hong Kong and Portland,
Mm,
Oregon. Like, what the
mhm.
fuck is going on with people?
I don't. Can you kind of explain to me what's going on in
Uh,
Portland? Because I didn't know what's going on in Portland.
Portland has like these crazy, like gunned right wing fucking Republicans like on horseback and shit,
Oh
like
God.
trying to take the town back. You know, Portland is a very, very uber leftist town. So
Mm,
they're like, we feel left out so they're like it's like hostile as fuck there.
God.
And they were like trying to shut down the government and stuff in Portland and like all the Republican people in like the Oregon state fucking walked out and like it's fucking crazy. Like what
Oh
the
my.
fuck? Like why are we that divided as a nation?
So with that, let me take this last shot because I feel like I'm about to stress out. Give me a second. Hold on. Mm,
And it's the same thing in Hong Kong. Like it's like this leftist versus the right kind of thing. And like when the fuck did we get so fucking totalitarian like that? Where it's like we're back to extremists like we were with the Nazi party.
okay. So for the little that I know, because I think as a person, like I said last week, that I should be doing a lot more research on this stuff. But um, this is crazy. First and foremost, to kind of go off topic, to go back into topic, we got 12 years to get our shit together.
If we're lucky.
If we're lucky, which I swear no one's paying attention to, but when shit starts hitting the fan, motherfuckers is really gonna understand. Because with the rainforest shit, that should tell you that
That's some
right
real
there.
shit. Yeah.
That's some real fucking shit. But everybody's fucking so tripping about a fucking chicken sandwich. Fuck anybody about that shit. I had to tell my mom, fuck you. Like I love you, mom, but goddamn, like that shit pissed me off, man. Like,
Wow.
but man, bro, it's so crazy that I mean, but even back in the 60s to the 70s, even the 80s, shit hit the fan. Like it just seems as that no matter what the situation is, you got these fucktards sitting on top of Capitol Hill that just are so greedy about money. They don't give a fuck about us. Like we're really trying to figure out how we can try to make this place better. And these dumbasses don't care about us. They don't give a
They don't.
fuck.
They're so
It,
greedy and selfish. It's all about them. And then they want to try to make these huge votes that like trying to take SNAP food stamps away and stuff like that. And look, why?
God,
It's only going to benefit them. All you're doing is hurting people.
it's sad because it's just like even with the gun shit.
Hmm.
so many people are like getting shot. Like I looked at the statistics as far as like how many other countries have had shootings, and we're the most.
We've had
Like,
more shootings than we've had days in the year.
which makes no fucking sense. Like, why is that a thing? Why is that a thing? Like, why is it the fact that I can't feel safe to walk somewhere because I feel like I'm gonna get shot? I mean, not even just as an African American, because I feel like I'm gonna get shot by the police no matter where the fuck I go.
You know, it's
Um,
anybody.
just the fact of the matter is, of if you go in some places, you feel like you're gonna get shot no matter what.
We
It's
went into
so
a
sad.
Walmart. Dude
A
went to Walmart and
Walmart,
you know how fucking
dude.
much I shop at Walmart?
Too. And then Walmart got the nerve to be like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna stop selling games, but you're not gonna stop selling guns."
The ones
The
here did. In New Mexico, they did.
like,
That's what's
what, they
great
stop
about
selling guns?
the new Walmarts in New Mexico all band together and they stopped selling guns here. They pulled them off the shelves. They
That's
didn't
what's
like
up.
they didn't say, okay, we're gonna do it on this day. They were like, no, we're done. That's just not gonna happen here.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I love that. That means a lot because that shows you that some places are
Yeah,
trying to get their shit together.
awesome.
They're trying to get their
Yeah,
shit together. Um,
because like you said, the people in power aren't doing shit to try to help.
nope, nope. It seems like when you're trying to get your shit together, somebody comes through and try to kill you.
Yep.
Um, just like with homie that supposedly committed suicide, which everybody and their mom knows he didn't commit suicide, but that's a whole other topic. Just more so the fact is just that no matter what happens, it just seems like if you're trying to do right, you got these motherfuckers on top that want you to do wrong, and it's like, okay, karma is really, for a lot of people that don't believe in karma. Karma is a thing. I've
Karma
seen.
is causality, cause
Mm-hmm.
and effect. That's
It
the
is.
basis of physics and chemistry and just life in general. What you do will have an equal or opposing effect back onto you. I mean, that's all it is. It's not some people always get this misconception of like karma's like this evil doer that goes around fuck people over. You can have good karma. We do things like this to try to invoke and produce good karma. But what you do in the world will suggest whether if you're not going to have a good or bad karma.
Mm-hmm.
And it is
Fact.
real. And it's something Buddhists have been believing in it for thousands of years. I don't think that they're wrong.
Facts. Yeah, no, I agree. I think that, not even think, I know for a fact that karma is real because I've done seen so many people literally go through that bullshit. And, I know people that have fucked me over, and I've seen karma eat their ass up, and I'm just sitting in the
Yeah.
back with
Just
popcorn.
wait. Just
Just
wait.
wait. Just wait. Like,
There's always like that shitty person at work that everybody hates, and people are always gossiping about him. And people are always, you're so quiet. Why don't you have anything to say? It's like, because I'm waiting, because they're gonna get
mm,
theirs, and they always do.
yep. Facts. I done
Just
seen
wait.
I've been in so many different relationships with women, and I've only been in really two relationships, but like as far as talking to women, like I've been in a couple relationships talking to women, and I've seen like they try to get over on me, and I'm just like already on stance where I'm just like, nah, fuck that. You're not about to try to get over on me. That's not gonna happen.
Right.
Where I seen karma take over their ass, and I'm like, I've seen people try to fuck me over. That's not just women, homies or dudes that I thought were my friends, and they got fucked over by karma. And I'm just looking at them like, like what was it? The Michael Jackson, is it not Thriller? What was the joint where he turned into a wolf? Was it Thriller?
That was Thriller.
Oh, it's Thriller. Okay, where he's eating a popcorn,
Yeah, it's
and
Thriller.
that's me. That's me. Just eating the
Just wait.
popcorn,
Yeah.
just waiting, just
Just
like, oh
wait.
yeah, this gonna get good. Like, so it's like I done seen it happen so many times. So it just kind of really sucks that where the standpoint, because you see Hong Kong, like if you've seen the videos that's happening in Hong Kong, they're fed the
That's
fuck up. They're
scary.
fed
That shit
up.
is fucking
Oh
scary.
yeah.
Those dudes
It,
going around beating people in public just because.
Ooh.
Uh-uh.
Mm,
Uh-uh.
mm,
That shit will not happen here. People will get
mm.
shot.
Hell yeah. No,
It
facts,
was an
facts.
open carry state. You'll fuck around and get shot.
Like shit, really, like facts. That's facts. Like it's scary. You're right. It's scary as fuck. Cause like
Mm.
man, I just you just don't know. You don't know like us as like people, it's only but so much we're gonna take till we're fed up and we're gonna be like, I'm done
Yeah.
with this. I'm done. I'm not gonna take this no more. Fuck that. Let's go.
Yep.
And that's just really how it is. It's just like you can only push people so much till they really stand and be like, dude, I'm not doing this no more. Already, it's so sad that those fuckers just sitting on top of there, they don't sit back and be like, okay, there has been a lot of people that's been getting shot. But I'm pretty sure a lot of them are sitting here like, well, some people got to get shot for us to make a difference. I know for a fact a lot of those fuckers are thinking like that.
Yep.
And it's just sad. So it's just at this point in time, we're just sitting here. That's why I'd be sitting in the house. A lot of people be
I
like,
don't
why
go
don't I see
anywhere.
you? Yeah, a lot of people be
I
like,
don't go
why don't I
anywhere
see you?
anymore.
I'd be like, bro, I'll be in the crib. They'd be like, why don't I see you anymore? I'm like, because
I don't want
I
to get
don't
shot. I
I
don't
don't
want
want
to
to get
get
shot.
beaten with sticks from crazy
Yeah.
Japanese dudes. I don't.
I don't fuck with you. Like for real. Like that shit is crazy. So I don't know. I don't know. It's just sad that it's like this, but unfortunately, it's like this is the reality of the world, and you got to protect yourself at all costs.
Hmm.
You really do. You really do. Mm,
Exactly.
mm.
And yeah.
No, what were you gonna say?
I totally went brain fart. Like, yeah, true that.
Oh man, guys, I'm already stressed out with like little shit. I don't want to talk over Rachel. I'm sorry. I hope I haven't been fucking rapping this whole time. I don't know. You just sometimes you wake up, you wake up and you're happy that you wake up. You know what I mean? Like you're just happy that you can wake up to another day to be like, oh man, thank you universe, thank you God, thank you Buddha, whoever you believe in. I don't judge of any of that. Whoever you believe in is what your beliefs are. But sometimes you're just happy because you just wake up. Because
Because you get
people,
to.
hmm people die in their sleep, and not to make this grim, but it's just that's facts.
My dad,
Like
my dad died in his sleep.
really.
Laid down on the couch to take a nap. Never woke up.
Oh my god, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yes,
Shit.
I mean you absolutely never know. Like people are always so over worried about like I'll admit I drive stupid. Like I drive like speed racer, and people are like, "Oh, you're gonna go." I have a clean driving record. I
Go
mean,
speed, Rachel.
I've got like like speeding tickets and stuff in my 20s and stuff like that, but I've never been in a wreck.
Mm,
When my car got totaled by the
same.
snow, I didn't even know how to do a insurance claim. I was like, "How does this work?" Because I've never been in a wreck. So I mean,
Yeah.
people are always like, "Well, you can get in a wreck and die," but I was like, you can slip and fall in the shower. Have you ever not seen those fucking the movies where death is chasing them?
Hell yeah.
What is that shit called? Final
Final
Destination.
destination.
You
Yeah.
can you can die from a plastic bag or the little fucking string that you use to
Hell
hang clothes
yeah.
in the shower. Like it doesn't matter. My dad fell asleep and died. Like so people just like live your best life right now and just try to inspire others.
Mm, facts, facts. I feel that wholeheartedly, spiritually, mentally, and physically, because like that means a lot. Like you gotta understand that you have to really live your life to the best of your abilities, because, like you said, you never know when your last day is gonna be, and it's just I've never had anyone that had that experience. So the fact that you're telling me that it's just like fuck, like that's mind blowing. Just the fact of the matter that you said your dad just went to sleep just to take a nap and he never
Yep,
woke back
fell
up.
asleep with a
Like
Bible in his hand.
fuck, dude. Um, I'm sorry. Shit, that's
Yeah.
crazy. Um, but yeah, no, you really have to be thankful for like your life. You do. And we don't mean to get all super spiritual and shit, but sometimes you need this. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So like in retrospect, more so the fact of whether you go to a situation and people start shooting, or you're in a situation where you're not healthy. Make sure that you're okay, man, for real, man, because it's just with what's going on in Portland to Hong Kong. um we're not experiencing that, but you have to also think in their shoes of like what the fuck that person's going through, because for all you know, you could be in a situation where you're at a Walmart, or you're walking down the street and shit just goes fucking
Mm-hmm.
mayhem. You know what I mean? So like, because I know a lot of people that be like, oh well, if it had happened to me, well I'm okay. Well, it's like, dickhead, you don't know what the fuck could really happen. You can be 50 and
Mm-hmm.
some shit pop the fuck off. Just because right now nothing is happening to you doesn't mean down the line some shit could fucking happen. You know, like I remember back in 2013 when the whole Boston bombing shit
Oh my
happened, where
God.
people were just running, they were doing a fucking marathon to run, and then it's like,
Boom.
exactly, you know what I mean? Like you don't know. Like even to go all the way back with 9/11, like people just walking down the street living their life, and then a fucking plane come out of nowhere. You looking in the sky and a whole airplane is hitting a building, fam. Like you just never fucking know, dude. Like, so you have to be thankful for what you have, and live your life every day like it's your last.
True that. And I think with
That's
that, we're gonna wrap up.
yeah, yeah.
That's a great way to end the show.
Really, facts,
Um,
facts. I
just
have
live your
fun.
best life.
Yeah,
Be good to everybody. Be good to yourself, first of all. You can't take care of others if you can't take care of yourself. So when you're 100%, you make all your people that you love 100%.
yep. By the way, before we wrap up, do you know how to raid someone?
Do I know how? I've
Hmm.
never done it, no.
Oh, we probably should do it just to kind of help somebody else out, because you never know, somebody just like how homie rated us earlier.
For sure.
Uh, so what you? I can't do it. You guys got to make me a mod one day. Um, I'm gonna send it to you on Skype. Guys, before anything, I just want to say to everybody, thank you so much for having us here. Thank you so much for everybody that has tuned in. This has been a great episode, and I want to thank
Hmm.
Rachel first and foremost, and I want to thank Nas for having me here to be such good guys. uh Man, you guys are so awesome, because like I at times I feel like it's it's been hard for me as a person to try to find an audience,
Hmm.
and you guys have been so fucking supportive of me, man, for real. Like, and I really appreciate that so much.
Of
So
course.
thank you,
You're
thank you,
welcome. We're glad to have you, and you're welcome back anytime.
thank you. So let me send this jump. So you, why is this not sending? Send.
Enter.
the, the fuck, I'm pressing everything and it's not sending. God damn it. Okay, so you press, is it gonna work? God
I
damn
don't
it. And
see
now it's
anything.
telling me, okay, so you do forward slash, then you spell raid, RAID. I have some friends that you could probably raid if you're comfortable with it, but I'll go through them very briefly. I have a friend playing Destiny 2. Um, and everybody else ain't playing shit. Somebody else is doing like food and drink, but he doesn't even follow me back. So fuck that
Wow.
person. Yeah. So let's follow. Let's rate my homie. His name is I call him Black, but his name is Thick Black Daddy. So forward slash RAID space. I'm gonna spell this out in the chat. Hold on one second. This is. Thank you guys for having patience. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get this together. Yeah, that's his name. So copy and
All
paste
right,
that. So
cool.
yeah, forward slash raid space and then that. Raid Gab. Oh, we could raid Gab. Yeah, we could raid Gab. She's probably not even gonna. Yeah, let's raid Gab. I'm sorry. Let's raid Gab. That's my friend.
All right.
I love her. There you go. So yeah, just copy and paste that. So yeah, Gab Tilla.
Cool.
I just
Well,
call it
thank you again,
Tilla.
everybody that joined in. We'll be back next week. Naj should be back next week, so join in for that. Rex may or may not show up whenever he feels like.
I'm here. I'm here, man. I'm down. I'm.
So
Let me
you
know. I'm down.
you never know what to expect in the machine room. But thanks again. We love you guys. Tell everybody, tell your friends, spread the word, and we'll see you next week.
Peace out, everybody.